What's going on, people? Welcome back to Curtis Shaw TV, back with another live watch along, and today it is the Carabao Cup final, Chelsea against Liverpool from Wembley, and we're chilling today. Laid back settings. Arsenal handled business yesterday. Good victory. Obviously, I'll be talking about that tomorrow on the 2 p.m. show. But of course, it was always going to be mentioned today. Apologies, a few minutes late. Had to edit the whole background. I actually started a few minutes early, then realised I still had all the Arsenal stuff on the background, so I had to quickly make a few adjustments. But we're here, people. Better late than never. Happy Sunday, and looking forward to the cup final. A little bit disappointed with some of the selections in the team. Obviously enforced. And yeah, but it is what it is. Laid back. Who are we supporting? It's a good question. Somebody asked me yesterday, who would I prefer to win this game? I mean, it's a win-win situation. Whoever loses, you kind of have a laugh at them. I kind of feel like I've got more dislike for Chelsea than I do for Liverpool. So, yeah, I wouldn't, Liverpool winning probably doesn't bother me as much as Chelsea winning, if I'm being totally honest. But I'm not really supporting anybody. You're not going to see goal celebrations, that's for sure. Big up everyone on YouTube. Big up everyone on Twitch as well. Hope you're all well. Listen, like the video, subscribe, all of that good stuff, people. Laid back settings today. And listen, one thing I will say about this game, just quickly from an Arsenal point of view. I know this, and that's a good point. Don't want to hype Liverpool up for the run-in. That is a great point. One thing that I would say is, I know a lot of people downplay this competition. It's seen as, the fourth trophy or whatever, in terms of if he was doing a list of importance, this one would probably be the last one. But I'm going to be real. I wish I was sitting here today watching Arsenal against Liverpool or Arsenal against Chelsea at Wembley. I think I get it. You look at the amount of injuries that squads are getting this season. Maybe it's very difficult to go for 4 trophies unless you've got real quality and squad depth. But, would you mind today being an Arsenal fan inside Wembley watching Arsenal against Liverpool or Chelsea, and me doing a watch along now for a Carabao Cup final? I think would still be a massive game. I wish we were in this final today. So, but hey, it is what it is. I suppose we're aiming for the big trophies, but we have to make sure we win them. And then the argument will be that goes against that is, well, how come Liverpool, who are top of the Premier League, who are in Europe, who are in the FA Cup, how come they can reach a Carabao Cup final? But is what it is, and they have obviously paid the price for it, as we'll see with some of the injuries. Let's go through the teams. Chelsea. Chelsea's team, Petrovic in goal. Robert Sanchez is back on the bench, but Petrovic continues. Gusto at right back, with Ben Chilwell at left back. Disasi and Colwill at centre back. And then you've got Caicedo, Enzo and Palmer, with Gallagher, Sterling and Nicholas Jackson, which is, I think the team we expected of Chelsea, really. Jackson. Action Jackson, as they call him. I thought they might have gone with Nkunku, but they seem to favour Jackson. I don't think Nkunku is an out-and-out striker, is he? So, in terms of him playing through the middle. So I think they go with Jackson. That front three is the key for them, really. Palmer and Sterling. I think, obviously Sterling will always be looking to prove a point against Liverpool, former club, and they didn't exactly wish him well when he left, So I think that'll be an interesting one, that's for sure. And then on the bench, Robert Sanchez, Mudryk, some young players, G. They've got Madueke, Chalobah and Nkunku, Bettinelli, Gilchrist and Jimmy. Don't know who half these guys are, to be honest, but, obviously Mudryk and Chalobah and Nkunku, Madueke. Got some established players there. Mudryk hasn't worked for him at Chelsea. Obviously nearly joined Arsenal for big money. Not really happening for him at all. But a big day for him. Who knows? He might come off the bench and prove a point. In terms of Liverpool, yeah, the argument will be, this is why you don't go for the Carabao Cup because the Liverpool squad is a little bit decimated. The headline news that came out around 45 minutes ago, no Mo Salah and no Darwin Núñez, and also no Dominic Szoboszlai. All three of them ruled out, not even on the bench. Now, I'll be honest, I thought Klopp and Liverpool were playing mind games. I don't know if you saw earlier on this morning, the players were walking around the pitch and Salah was there and Darwin was there as well. So I thought, Liverpool are playing people. They're going to make out Salah's not available, then they'll end up playing. But Salah doesn't even make the bench. Núñez doesn't even make the bench. And Szoboszlai doesn't even make the bench. Add on top of that, they've already got Trent Alexander-Arnold missing and already got Alisson missing in goal. So effectively, Liverpool are missing, you would say, 5 of their starting 11. Their goalkeeper, their right back, at least one of their midfielders, their striker, and their right winger. Add on top of that Jota as well, who's been on fire for them. Potentially 6 of their starting 11 are not playing this game. Number one, they do have good squad depth because the team that I'm going to read out is still a competitive team. But number two, if you are Chelsea, if you are ever going to win this game, then today for them would be the day that they would say they should win the game because, you know, with the amount of players that that Liverpool have got out, I think Chelsea will feel they can have a go. I think it'll be a very even game. So Kelleher is in goal for Liverpool. Good backup goalkeeper, to be honest. Bradley plays at right back. Looked very good when he has played. Probably doesn't have the quality on the ball of Trent, but defensively looks solid. Robertson's at left back. Van Dijk and Konate at centre back. So 3 of their full strength back 4 is there. In midfield, they've got Endo, McAllister and Gravenberch. Now, Endo has done quite well for Liverpool since coming in, to be honest, for 15 million quid. No Curtis Jones as well, that's another injury. Endo's not bad. McAllister's done well. Gravenberch, I think, has been a disappointment. When Liverpool got him, I thought they'd really signed a top player. Not saying that he won't become a top player, but I think he's been very disappointing for Liverpool so far. The front 3, Harvey Elliott, Luis Diaz and Cody Gakpo. I mean, it's not bad, considering you could potentially have played a front 3 of Jota, Darwin Núñez and Salah. It's still a decent front 3, you know, and I think it will still cause Chelsea problems. Yeah, Gakpo for me, listen, Arsenal fans, we saw him in the Europa League last year. He looked good for PSV. He hasn't really hit the ground running at Liverpool. You've seen little glimpses of it. Diaz has hit a little bit of form lately. And obviously Harvey Elliott on the right as well. So, yeah, it'll be interesting. The Liverpool bench, Gomez, Adrian, Tsimikas, Clark, McConnell, Kumas, Dans, Kwanzaa and Nioni. Quick one. Broads, I'm surprised you're not at the game. Broads usually goes on tour towards the end of the season and goes and watches all these games. He said, wish I was there to sing You'll Never Walk Alone with my spiritual team, Jamaican dad supporting Liverpool, I guess. We are doing it for them. Come on, you Reds. The game is on Sky Sports, by the way. Sky Sports main event, if anyone's looking for it. Big up my bro, Broads. So, yeah, Liverpool are decimated, but still have enough quality to win, which does say a lot about their group. A lot of people saying in the comments, who do you want to win? I don't particularly want anyone to win. But I look at it like this. As I said, I think I dislike Chelsea more than Liverpool. Because, you know, like you said, my dad supports Liverpool. They do have a lot of prestige and history about them. If Chelsea lose, we kind of have a laugh at Chelsea. You spent $1 billion. You've got an ex-Tottenham manager. He's allergic to trophies. If Liverpool lose, you look at it as a positive that they are in a run-in with Arsenal, and that would damage their confidence a little bit. You know, winning a trophy, as we've seen Manchester City do over the years. How many times have you seen Man City win this competition in February? It acts as a massive confidence boost for the rest of the season. So it's a win-win situation, to be honest. If Chelsea lose this, their season is pretty much over. So, yeah, win-win and lose-lose, as you say. I agree with that. When we're doing player ratings, tomorrow 2 p.m, get yourself involved. Hillen said, stop talking rubbish, we want Chelsea to win. I get it, you're looking at it as, let's damage Liverpool's season. But, I don't like Chelsea either. Leahy said that Liverpool bench, though, we talk about Park bench. That's a dusty bench. Do you know the thing is, with that bench, they're just down to the bare bones. I mean, half of them are young players. To put it into context, the kid Danz, who's on the bench for Liverpool, his name's Jayden Danz, right? He's, I think he's about 16 or so. He's 18 years of age. Jayden Danz. I'm friends with his dad, which tells you a lot about me. That makes me feel real old. His dad is a guy called Neil Danz. He plays for Guyana. He's a former pro footballer himself from Liverpool. Played for Tranmere, Blackpool. I think he was at Leicester. So I know his dad, Neil Danz. This is his son, Jayden Danz. And he's on the bench, just turned 18. So I think with Liverpool, even though I usually look at the Arsenal bench and say that is a dirty Park bench, we've got first-team players on the bench who are poor in terms of El Neni and Cedric and players like that. This is just literally, they got youth team dons on the bench, really. I mean, Simicas, Adrian, and Gomez. They've got 3 first-team squad players on the bench. The rest of them are under 23, so, it is what it is. Curtis, you should have been an agent. Do you know what? I was close, I'll be honest. How close is close? It's like when Thomas Partey comes back. He's close to a return, but doesn't return. Just a quick story while we have the advert. The game starts in 10 minutes, so I'm good friends with Yannick Bolasie. Known him for about 15 years, Yannick. Good friend of mine, great player. Well, I used to go and watch him play for Crystal Palace. Him and Zaha were terrorising people. And when he was at Crystal Palace, he was leaving his agent and he wanted to get a move from Crystal Palace. And I had a few connections. And Fran, who obviously I used to bring on the channel, Fran was an agent at the time. And there was an opportunity to get him to sign for Everton through somebody I knew and somebody that Fran knew. So one day after the game, I went for food with Yannick and I was like, Yannick, listen, let me do the deal for you. I can get you to Everton. And he was umming and ahhing because he thought, come on, bro, you're not actually an agent. Can you actually do that deal for me? I was like, bro, if I do this one deal, I'm here. Do you know what I mean? I'm in the game. I'm going to make big money out the deal. I'll get other big players because of you. I don't think he really felt like he could put his career in his friend's hands who's not actually an agent. In the end, Lukaku's agent offered him a great deal and stuff like that, and he ended up going with him. And then he ended up, ironically, signing for Everton. He got a massive signing on fee and a massive contract. If I'd have done that deal for him, I'd be driving a different car, let's just say that, and living in a different house. That would have been a big financial deal if that would have happened. But yeah, I get it. I respect it. The game's the game. How do you know, Yannick? So for a brief period of time, I went to Barnet for a month, and Yannick was there at the start of his career. And yeah, we were just friends from then. We went on holiday to Ayia Napa, and I've known him for years and stuff like that. He's back in the Championship now. He's at Swansea, still twisting people up. I'll be honest, I'm an Arsenal fan, that, but he used to get me tickets to go and watch Palace. And the things him and Zaha were doing to people in the Premier League, I used to be like, these guys are absolutely crazy. They were doing what I want to see Saka do sometimes, flicking the ball over people's head. C-Unit would be driving a Maybach. Trust me, bro, that signing on fee, he went for £27 million. Just to put it into context, 27 million, usually the player gets between 7 and 10%, so potentially 2.7 million. The agent gets about 5%. So to break that down, it would have been 1.35 million. I would have done the deal through Fran as well. We would have split it. You're looking at about 670 or 650, something around there. 650 grand I would have got out of that deal. Do you know what I mean? That's how close. But hey, here's what it is. It's only money, people. We're here. It's the Carabao Cup final. It's Chelsea against Liverpool. It's like Suarez. He would have signed for Arsenal if he didn't bite on Chiellini's shoulder. It is what it is, people. 650 bags. down the drain. Why didn't you just let me do the damn deal? And Yannick's a big Arsenal fan as well, by the way. So is Zaha. So we always used to talk about Arsenal. And I thought Zaha was going to end up at Arsenal. In fact, he would have if we'd have paid the right money for him when Emery was there. Aaron said, thoughts on Christina Milian at the Arsenal game? I mean, if I speak, I'm in big, big trouble. And I don't want to get in big trouble. I mean, Christina Milian back in the day, man. I mean, even now, but back in the day, man. Jeez, I mean, she is iconic. That's all I'm going to say. Iconic. You know, it's different. It's different. Carlos said, Big C, we always rated Kai. Super Kai OG's here. He's getting better. Definitely improving is what we will say. He's definitely improving. Long may it continue. Big up TGG who's become a member. We'll do a member stream tomorrow, 4 o'clock. I'll confirm it on the 2 o'clock show. It might be 5 o'clock. 4 or 5 o'clock. Go an early member for 6 months. Big up Curtis in the community question. Would you want Ronaldinho or Zidane in this Arsenal team? Love them both for entertainment value. Give me that Brazilian, mate. Give me that flip-flap Ronaldinho. And I love Zidane. Zidane's one of my favourite ever players. But Ronaldinho is... I think Ronaldinho is the most enjoyable football player I've ever watched in my life. Maybe not over... You know, he didn't have the longevity in his career of some players. He was a party animal, wasn't he? But I don't think I've ever enjoyed watching a footballer more than Ronaldinho. Like, I remember I used to watch Soccer AM on a Saturday, Showboat, and they'd show like 10 skills a week. And I remember one week, Ronaldinho had all 10 skills. It was different. It was different. What a player. Anyway, the players are on the pitch. 4 minutes until kickoff. What's this? Amelia said, I support Portsmouth and Arsenal. Is that okay? Each their own. Listen, I always say nobody can tell you how to support your team. Supporting more than one team, I mean, not my biggest thing, but there are people who do. You know, there are people who do. Ronaldinho was levels, man. Like he said, the streets will never forget Ronaldinho. He was the epitome of entertainment. This control thing, isn't it? It's so structured nowadays, isn't it? Somebody like Ronaldinho, you had to just free spirit. Just go on, man. Enjoy yourself. Rip people up. Thoughts on Saeed versus Goldfish beef? Man said, are they beefing? I don't know. I saw something that Saeed said, but I don't know. Listen, man, it's WWF, people, man. YouTube is, you know, it's like wrestling, innit, man? It ain't nothing serious. I support my hometown in Italy, then moved to England, chose Arsenal. Yeah, listen, I get that. I do get that. Totally get that. There's 1,000 of you in it. Absolutely incredible, by the way. The support on this channel is unreal. Yesterday, at one stage, we had more people than Robbie over on AFTV, which, when you put into context, 1.5 million subscribers, 72,000. We had over 4.5K live. Is unbelievable. Got over 1,000 live, and I don't even support any of these teams. So big up the community. Really appreciate your support, and just hit the like button. That's all I ask. Let's get the likes up. And we're chilling today. I'm laid back in this seat. Fat Joe settings, lean back business, people. No shouting, no meltdowns. I'll just be having a laugh and relaxing. I hope we get a few goals, though. I definitely don't want to see a boring game. I haven't done a neutral game for a while, so I'm hoping for a few goals. Mr. Cool Bus Driver, Arsenal and Jamaica for me, but I have a soft spot for Palace and Fulham. They've done a lot of community workshops in the ends growing up. I respect it. Listen, I'm an Arsenal fan through and through, but I have a soft spot for Forest. Grew up in Nottingham, and that's my hometown. I like to see them do well, and I hope they stay in the Premier League. I get it. I get it. Big up Laser Gaming, C-Unit strong. We're strong, bro. Big up Laser Gaming as well. Doing his thing in the gaming community, man. Respect to you, bro. Little J said, come on, bro. You're a very likable brother. Appreciate that. Big up yourself. Sam said, big up, see it hurts. Could have been us at Wembley today. Won't hear a word if Chelsea wins. Let's go Liverpool, shameless. Only Arsenal wins in London. It's funny because a lot of people at the start of the chat were saying they want Liverpool to lose because they don't want to give them that confidence boost going into the season, into the running. Broad said, Saliba or Konate, no bias. I think right now it's Konate. I don't want to jinx it. See, do you know why this is difficult, right? I'll be honest. I'm not going to be biased with my answer. I think Konate is an absolute beast. I would actually like to see those two play together in the French team. Forget all this Upamecano business. The thing you have to remember when you answer this question, Konate has Van Dijk next to him, the leader, the talker, the organiser. Saliba doesn't have Van Dijk next to him. I know Gabriel is a top quality player. I think listen, I wouldn't swap Saliba for Konate. I'm going to be totally honest, no bias. And I think Konate is outstanding, but I think Saliba, he's better on the ball. He's better on the ball, and I think the modern game has that requirement. So I think Konate's got an easier job than Saliba. But I'm not going to take anything away from Konate. He's an absolute beast of a centre-back, and I do rate him highly. But there's no way I would swap Saliba for Konate. Can't find the membership page. Should be there, bro. Should be there. But Sam, yeah, I agree with you on that super chat. I wish we was in the final. Very true. Konate's improved a lot on the ball. He's a beast. Oh, we're underway. Jesus, what's going on here? We're underway. I'm here chatting. I ain't even kicked off. Right, there we go. There we go. We're underway, people. Carabao Cup final. First game of the season. Well, first cup final of the season, should I say. Rooftop Entertainment said, see... I missed that comment. Comment's flying in. See, you are always first on the fan reaction channels for Arsenal games. Keep up the work. Big up, bro. You know the reactions, man. I'm a very... I don't know what the word would be, but, you know, my reactions to goals and stuff are, you know... sometimes a bit crazy, but hey, big up, man. And Bo said, Big C went to the game eventually, was worth it. Listen, I know a lot of Arsenal fans were very angry after Porto. People in the chat were saying they've sold their tickets. But they answered back, man. I was proud of the team yesterday, I'm going to be honest. Only thing for me, I was frustrated we conceded a goal. But we were fantastic yesterday. Ish said them donkey reactions are goated. Yeah, listen, man. The donkey's, he's improving. He's improving. Little J said, yo, see, even my mum loves you, bro. Your goal celebrations are epic. She doesn't stop laughing in a good way. Big up, man. Big up. We're underway. Chelsea on the ball. Cole Palmer, big game for him. I think he's been one of Chelsea's best players. Broad said I had a ticket to go yesterday. Didn't get back in time. Oh, would have been a good one. Here come Liverpool. Andy Robertson for Liverpool. I mean, I'm not even sure who I would consider the favourites for this. Big up, Sebs. Hope you're well, bro. Jay, the game is on Sky Sports main event. Sky Sports main event. 4:01 if you're on Sky. Cold Palmer, as they've been calling him. I'll be honest, I've been very impressed with him. I think he's been one of Chelsea's shining lights this season. Not that they've had a lot of shining lights, but he's been very good. 21 years of age. Cold Palmer, as they're calling him. I do rate him. I definitely rate him. I think it's a good move for him in the end because you know he's not playing enough football at City. Hard decision for him, but I think he's done well. Do you know what I mean? When you look at that Liverpool team, I would probably still make Liverpool the favourites just because of the know-how and the Klopp effect and things like that. How beats Big C? Where and how's Fran? Fran's good, bro. He's still got his channel. He just changed the name of it. I think it's just called Francis Green or something. He's just concentrating on crypto. He stopped doing football content. So yeah, Fran's good. He's there. If you get in that search bar, he's definitely still there on YouTube. Big up K Hayes. He said, greetings from the sunny island of Spice Grenada. Should have been in the final. We need to change our attitude towards this competition. I agree. I would like to see us in these finals. I would love to be doing a live watch along for cup final today. Robertson heads it out, throwing to Chelsea. Game started a bit slow. Do you know what? Gusto, when he first got in the team, wasn't too sure about him, but he's been decent for Chelsea. He really has. I think another player that I definitely would give some credit to. Well, I've watched him the last few weeks, and he's 20 years of age. Definitely a good player. Still very inexperienced. He's been capped by the French team. Got a lot of games at Lyon. Yeah, good player. Definitely a good player. Looks very competent on the ball as well. No Mo Salah. No Darwin Núñez. No Dominic Szoboszlai for those just tuning in. All three of them out of the Liverpool squad. So, crazy. Absolutely crazy with the injuries. Yeah, Reece James as well. I mean, Reece James is... I think Reece James is probably not far away from the point where Chelsea might actually say, get rid of him. You know, you can't keep injury-prone players forever. We've tried it. Clubs have tried it. The guy is a sick note. He's a fantastic football player. He is always injured. Always injured. Levi Colwell with a terrible challenge. What's the referee going to do there? He wipes out McAllister. Had a heavy touch. Wipes him out. I mean, looks like the referee may let him off. Oh, he's gone through the back of him. I mean, that should be a yellow card. Not sure about this guy Colwell, you know. A lot of people hype him up. I'm not totally convinced by him. I think that Disassi guy looks better for Chelsea. Juan says, Big C, you coming to Philly for the summer tour? Hopefully, bro. I want to be running up them steps like Rocky Balboa, man. Adrian! Yeah, hopefully. Obviously, Arsenal announced LA and Philadelphia for the US tour. I believe there could be a third game added to that schedule as well, from what I've heard. Because that tour's only actually 5 days. I can't imagine they would go all the way to America for just 5 days. So I think there'll be a third one. Free kick to Liverpool. I think it's going to be Robertson to take it. In swinger. Can Liverpool get an early goal? Whips it in. Back post. Headed up in the air. Chelsea look to clear it. Liverpool shooting towards the Chelsea end and the Chelsea fans. Liverpool win the ball back. Oh, that's a free kick. Good skill there. A clever bit of play for Liverpool. Free kick about 30 yards out. John said, why can't Arsenal come to Africa? Bro, it's all about money. All about money. The reality is, I heard from people in the club that the tour to America last year was the biggest tour in Arsenal's history in terms of how much money they made. Anybody who went to any of them games last year in America, you saw the ticket prices, $200, $300, $400 to get a ticket to watch those games. 82,000 for the game in New Jersey. So imagine how much money they made. So it's all about money, I'm afraid. And obviously we have American owners. They've got a stadium over there, so that's why they're going to go there. Free kick to Liverpool. McAllister whips it in. Comes to the back post. Konate keeps it in, and it's actually handball. Free kick to Chelsea. Yeah, listen, it's about money. Back in the day, obviously, hey, Eros, come on, man. You love this one. Always Bob Marley, even though I respect Beres. Arsenal always used to go, like, Japan. They used to go Australia. They don't go anywhere now, apart from America. It's just dough, innit? They make big money. Oh, Konate there with a pass back to Keller. Keller does well to clear it. Atmosphere's quite lively, to be fair. Probably the only opportunity for Chelsea this year to you know, achieve something. This would get them in the Conference League as well, so they'd be in Europe. Yeah, Ross, man, he's always calls him English Tax Ross. He loves that Beres and Bob Marley question. He's asked me that about 10 times over the years. What kind of ref is this? Pull out your cards. So you get some refs, don't you, that we saw the other night in Europe. Ref didn't care. 60 seconds, Declan Rice, you're getting booked. Sometimes, you know, the home refs, they're thinking, it's a final. I don't really want to book you. Ball whipped into the back post. First chance of the game. Headed up in the air. Caught by Petrovic. Diaz there. Looping header. Keeper takes it. Jeffrey said, Curtis, long time. How is everything? Everything's good, bro. Can't complain. Yeah, you're definitely capping. Rooftop said, without Klopp and Pep, would say Arteta dominate the league. I mean, you'd like to think so, but then I don't just look at Man City and think, you know what? If Pep Guardiola leaves Man City, that they just fall down the league. Like, it's still Erling Haaland, it's still Kevin De Bruyne, still Kyle Walker and Ruben Diaz. They would bring in a manager that plays a similar style of football. Who's to say that you wouldn't get a continuation of what they were doing? I think, yeah, everyone's thinking Klopp leaves Liverpool this summer, Liverpool fall off. Doesn't always work like that, you know. You look at Liverpool, I know we're talking about back in the day, but Bill Shankly, built the foundations for their success. Bob Paisley came in and actually won even more. So who's to say the next Liverpool manager doesn't win more than Klopp? He's built the foundations. So I don't know. I don't think Pep and Klopp leaving would just necessarily mean Arteta cleans up. They don't become bad teams overnight. I hope that's the case, but it's never as simple as that, is it? Liverpool on the ball here. They're going to need some performances from Gravenberch and players like that today. Exactly, Kev. You're right. City won the league with Pellegrini. Who won it before Pellegrini? Mancini won the league. They were already, winning titles and trophies. So I know they've gone to another level. Snake Eye said, Big C, please come to USA. Sure, on tour. I have big plans for C Unit fans. If you do, hey, let us know, bro. Listen, I've been the last 2 years, so hopefully we go again for the third year. Let us know, man. It's why I say Arsenal need a proper manager. The foundations are there. Well, let's see how he finishes this season. He's got an opportunity, but we need to win things. Here come Liverpool. Endo. Looking for Luis Diaz as a heavy touch. Disassi, great strength. Gets him out the way. Keeps the ball. Chelsea keep possession. Slow game so far. Sometimes cup finals are actually quite boring and tentative because, nobody wants to gamble for the win. It's sort of... Eros said, I'll be in Philly. Give me a shout, bro, if I'm there. Give me a shout. Here come Chelsea. Cole Palmer. First chance of the game. Tries to roll it into Jackson. It's blocked. Gusto regains possession. And it's a corner for Chelsea. You got to get a cheesesteak when you go to Philly. I had a cheesesteak in Orlando, but people were like, listen, bro, you got to get a cheesesteak in Philly. I'll get one, man. Don't worry. I'll get one. Corner to Chelsea. First chance of the game for Chelsea. Will it be an in-swinger? I'm not sure who's taking it, actually. But, yeah, first chance for Chelsea. The big centre-backs are up. It's Ben Chilwell, in-swinger, to take it. Whips in, it's high. Kelleher punches it away. Comes out to the back post. Conor Gallagher, that's a foul. Silly free kick, that. Luis Diaz just barges him in the back there. Gives away a free kick. Top 5 streams. Do you know the problem? A lot of them are probably ones where I'm having meltdowns. Nah, the good ones. Because the sad thing is, since I've really been banging this channel, we haven't really won anything. FA Cup, I was starting to do the channel. I never did the watch along for the final. So it's not like we've had... the Bournemouth one was epic. That was a good one. Beating Man City this year was great. They're some of the better ones in terms of wins. Big up Tyrell. Thank you for becoming a member, bro. And Hybrid Zocal Badger. Big up Big C in the unit. I don't want Chelsea winning this. I want Anomaly FC. You'll never walk alone. I know it's shameless. Chilwell whips in the free kick. It's high. It's headed away. Comes out. Shot by Gusto. Straight at Kelleher. And he collects it comfortably. Nelson was good. Yeah, a couple of them Europa League ones where we won late. They were good ones. Somebody said Benfica. Yeah, I remember. Oh, Liverpool on the attack. If he can pick the pass. Oh, he overhits it. Luis Diaz, back post. Still got support. Little back heel. Gravenberch. Diaz, there's no room. Good defending by Chelsea. Cut off all the space. And great tackle, Caicedo, who then gives the ball away, though. Bournemouth was a great one. Good tackle there. Here's McAllister, 25 yards out. Shoot straight at Petrovic and save. The atmosphere's starting to liven up a little bit. Everybody's shots seem to be going straight at the goalkeeper at the moment. That's the only thing. Big C, have you seen the story that Trent has had a stalker for over a year? It must be scary. No privacy. You ever worry about that, especially... listen, man. At the level that they're at is Luis Diaz. Saved by Petrovic. Wow. Liverpool starting to pepper the Chelsea goal. Yeah, listen, if you're at that level, Trent's level, you got to have major security. Which is sad, isn't it? Because, you know, you want to be open and, you know, just be around the people. But, you know how it is nowadays with social media. Just be careful in North Philly, Big C. That's the trenches. Bro, I listened to enough Meek Mill back in the day to understand Philly, you know. I know for a fact there's parts of Philly you got to be real careful. So, yeah, man. But big up. The Dot Along and the Plains story streams are legendary. Oh, man. Dot Along was epic. We've had some crazy times, haven't we? Some crazy times already. Who do you best get along with on AFT? There's a few, man. There's a few. I wouldn't want to, you know, name one or two. There's a few, obviously, I get on more with. Robbie, Turkish, Lee, Julian, Cecil, James. I mean, I've probably just named half the channel there, but, you know, I get on well with all them guys. Laurie, of course. But, yeah, all good characters, man. Whisper Along stream is goated. That was crazy. 600,000 views on that stream, and I was whispering like the Yin Yang Twins people. Here's Cole Palmer. Can he do something for Chelsea? Carabao Cup game when the guy was filming from the stands and put it on Twitter. That was banging. He got great views. Ty as well. Great guy. Great guy. Proper gooner. Ball goes out for a goal kick to Liverpool. Crazy views, bro. Listen, I always say shamelessly, I believe a lot of the South American fans thought that I was showing the game. I think they thought I was showing the game because the numbers went through the roof, and there was loads of people saying, why are you not showing the game? And then they realized I wasn't, and then the numbers went down, but we got 600,000 views, so the game is the game. I don't care. It was still a great watch-along anyway, regardless. Whispering at 1:30 in the morning. Nelson said, your best stream was the 3-2 defeat at Old Trafford, going nuts at Aubameyang, then meltdown when Eddie comes on. Oh, dear. I've had some bad meltdowns, I really have. Lacazette. Willian coming on in the Villarreal game for Aubameyang. There's been some crazy ones. Abdullah Curtis, what do you think? A better manager than Arteta would have done better at this stage in the season, given the fact we are third? Listen, this season he's done very well. To be honest, I think recruitment would have been a little bit different in the summer. I think we should have addressed the striker situation and sticking by players like El Neni and Nketiah and things like that. You know, were the decisions I don't agree with. But this season he hasn't done a lot wrong. Robertson whips in the free kick, headed away. Here's Harvey Elliott. Finds Gravenberch, who's going to get caught on the ball there. Chelsea looking to counter-attack. Jackson, oh, he misses the ball there. If he'd have won that, he could have been in. He looked like he was outpacing the defender there. The Hulk stream are one of the worst. One of the worst, unfortunately. You know, losing to Newcastle, that was awful. That was awful. Callum Wilson's tooth hanging out was an all-time low, I think, for this channel. I got to be honest. That Buendia emergency stream was up there. That was looking at Buendia now and the career that he's had at Aston Villa, I may have overreacted ever so slightly. You know what I mean? I thought Buendia was an absolute game changer, like the new Santi Cazorla. You know, we signed Odegaard, I think, instead of Buendia. So I may have slyly got that one. You know, the balance may not have quite been right there. The show with Turkish was supposed to do today. We're going to do it midweek. He's quite busy today. I'm quite busy today. We've got a very quiet week. Arsenal don't play for 8 days, a week tomorrow. So we've got plenty of time. We'll do the show midweek. Yeah, slightly over the top reaction looking back. Shameless settings, people. Shameless settings. We were struggling them times. Couldn't get a midfielder from Norwich. Delete those streams. I'll leave them there. Shamelessly, man. We'll leave them there. Rooftop said Arsenal have crazy support in Ethiopia more than you think. It would be beneficial of the club to make a visit. Eros said, I love DC, constantly arguing with my Baltimore friends about the Redskins and the Ravens. Yeah, Buendia hasn't really done much, has he, at Villa? I think he had a bad injury. Would you change the appointment of Arteta in 2019? It depends who we would have got in. You could have got me Ancelotti or someone. Then we'll have the conversation, But at the moment, let's wait until the end of the season. Buendia's stream was outrageous. I went a bit crazy. I love the streams back in the day, remembering the clock in the background. They're there, man. They haven't been deleted. They're real different. Camera quality was worse. I think I was using a webcam. I had some regular light. It was crazy. No green screen. There were good times though, man. I look back on them old videos, there's a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Started off in the car. And yeah, well, Jose, they always talk, you wanted Jose, but do you know what it is? I've always loved Mourinho's character. I think when he interviews, he's just got great personality about him, Mourinho, and I felt Arsenal needed some personality and character. But, it is what it is. Liverpool on the ball, overhit the pass there. Gravenberch tries to get on it. Caicedo, there's Gallagher, he's got support. He's got support, chance. Raheem Sterling should have shot. Cole Palmer, what a save. Oh, what a block. Chelsea should have scored. How has Raheem Sterling not scored there? Oh, and Elliott wins a free kick. Chelsea should be 1-0 up. Great save by Kelleher. What a ball, Caicedo into Gallagher. I actually thought Van Dijk could have got that. Great ball in. Sterling, first touch ain't great. What a save. Cole Palmer actually should have scored. Sterling has a poor first touch. He ends up getting tackled. Cole Palmer, 6 yards out. I mean, listen, give great credit to Kelleher there. He sticks his arm out. I still think he should score that. I don't even think you should give him the opportunity of getting his arm on that. But I think Palmer will be very disappointed he hasn't put that in the net. That is a clear-cut chance. 6 yards out. Ball on the volley. Side foots it. Kelleher sticks his arm out. And it hits him on the forearm and he saves it. The first touch from Raheem Sterling was poor. If his touch is right, he could have got the shot off. Liverpool on the break. Luis Diaz up against Gusto. Great defending. Malo Gusto does really well there against Diaz. Speaking about earlier in the stream about Gusto, I actually think he's a very good player. 20 years of age. Right back. He's got in the French squad. Good player. Southern Gooner, big up yourself, bro. He said that's a finesse finish. You've done it, bro. I'm sure you've done it on FIFA many times. Open the body up. Just slot it in. Big up Southern Goon. I hope you're well, bro. Make sure you go and follow Matt's channel. Doing good things on his channel. I told man the Palmer Ute is a bit overrated. Listen, Chelsea having a bad season. When you're having a bad season, you're going to rave about any positive you've got. So they're going mad about Palmer. I do think he's a good player. Maybe they've slightly overhyped him. Chelsea have the ball. Gusto, good header into Caicedo. Gets it back. Chelsea growing into the game. Looks for Jackson. Cleared by Van Dijk. Goes out for a throw. Listen, I said it at the start of this stream. Chelsea should have seen that Liverpool lineup this morning. No Salah, no Nunez, no Szoboszlai, no Trent, no Curtis Jones. None of them players even in the squad. No Alisson. And they should be sitting in that dressing room thinking, you're going to win this game. As I said before, I'm caught in two minds over who I would prefer to win. Because on one hand, I think I dislike Chelsea more. And we could, they're all over the place if they don't win this. But on the other hand, we're in a title race with Liverpool. Do we want Liverpool winning a trophy and getting that momentum and confidence from winning the Carabao Cup? No Jota as well. 6 first-team players out missing. Do you know what? I still haven't watched all of the Bob Marley movie, Henna. I haven't. I've heard mixed reports about it. I watched Marley, which was sort of the film documentary a few years ago. I thought that was brilliant. And a lot of people have told me that was better than this one. But I am going to watch it. I might even watch it tonight. Bad tackle on Gravenberch. Caught him on his ankle. And then about 30 seconds later, Gakpo got caught. But I think that Gravenberch one is a bad one. Klopp is not happy. I'm going to be honest. That should be a VAR check. That is a horrible challenge. I'll be surprised if Gravenberch plays on after that. Who was it? Was it Caicedo who caught him? As the touch, Caicedo. I'll be honest, that's a potential red card. No wonder Klopp's going crazy. He has studded him on his ankle. He's gone over on his ankle, studs down on there. It's a shocking challenge. Really poor challenge, man. Well, it doesn't look like they're doing any VAR check. I don't know how he hasn't been. It should be at least a yellow card. They should be checking there for a red card. Salah's moaning on the bench. I don't know how you're not doing a VAR check for that. That's a terrible tackle. Nathan said, Big C, I think Arsenal need to look at Barella. Brilliant player. Brilliant. Klopp's going absolutely crazy. Coach is having to hold him back. He's fuming. And I would be. I'll be honest. If that happened to an Arsenal player, I'm shouting down the house. That should be a red card. Absolutely terrible challenge. Studded him on his ankle. Clumsy tackle. Gravenberch is lucky he's not injured. How are you not doing a VAR check? So clumsy. Could have broken his ankle. Horrific tackle. Oh, it's so clumsy. He was never getting the ball. I mean, fair enough, the ref don't see it. How are you not checking VAR and getting them involved? I don't get it. Really don't get it. Apparently, Osimhen's just scored. Victor Osimhen for Napoli. I don't know who they're playing. I'm just having a check. Stretcher's coming on. He's done, mate. That could be the end of his final. No wonder Klopp's fuming. That could quite easily be ankle ligaments. Caicedo's like apologising, but bro, I wouldn't care about the apology. You're doing things like that. That's a horrific tackle. Who are Napoli playing? Cagliari, 1-0 at the moment. Victor Osimhen with the goal. Gomez coming on. There you go. Final over. Final over. Should be a red card. That for me is just tells you everything about VAR. Klopp's fuming, and listen, a lot of the time I would say, you know, the refs, the manager's just complaining, but I totally understand. If I'm Jurgen Klopp, I'm saying, how are you bringing in VAR and you're not checking that? That is horrific. Man's got so many injuries. That should be a red. And it's not even a yellow. He comes off on a stretcher. Minimum, that is ankle ligament damage. And he'll be out for probably 4 or 5 weeks. It could even be worse. Could even be worse. Clumsy challenge. I tell you what. Again, you know me. I'm somebody I don't mind holding my hands up. Do you know one of the best decisions Arsenal Football Club ever made was signing Declan Rice ahead of Caicedo? And not just because of that challenge. He's just a far better player. He's just a better character with his leadership, his personality. He's a far better player. I thought Caicedo was the next N'Golo Kante. He's not. He's not at all. Don't get me wrong. He's a good player. He's young. He can develop. But I would, you know, they got that absolutely spot on. I was worried that Rice and Caicedo was another Kante and Granit Xhaka, but it wasn't. Declan Rice, a far better player. Game carries on. Klopp is absolutely fuming. You can't keep him down. Grinding teeth for fun, mate. Grinding teeth for fun. All right, the game's back on. Game's back on anyway. Obviously, Gravenberch is off. Another injury. That'll be ankle ligaments, I'm sure, the way he rolled his ankle. And the game continues. Another injury for Liverpool. Southern Gooner, if that was Wednesday, the card would have been out without even needing to check. This is why English teams get a shock in Europe. Stone cold red. Here come Chelsea. Enzo picks the wrong ball. 3 against 3. Sterling's unmarked on the left. He tries to play the reverse ball. Great little flick there into Enzo. Oh, it's the wrong pass. Sterling, edge of the box, roll it to him. Maybe he didn't trust him after what happened earlier. Chelsea on the ball. Cole Palmer tries to nutmeg Endo. Endo wins it, then gives it away. I think there's games in this. We just need the first goal for it to, get the flow going. Warsame said, Chelsea have lost 6 finals in the last 7 seasons. Potter's lost his last 3 semi-finals and 2 finals while managing English clubs. The League Cup final awaits. Listen, sometimes them stats you think, well, he's going to lose again. But then on the flip side, you say to yourself, he's going to win a final eventually, isn't he? And let's be real. Let me give Poch a little bit of a defence. He lost those 3 semi-finals and finals. He's at Tottenham. You don't win trophies at Tottenham. So, I forgive him a little bit with that. He won a few trophies at PSG, but Tottenham. No manager wins trophies at Tottenham. Caicedo did the same to Martinelli at the Emirates. He apologised, went on to win 3-0. He did. I remember that. Liverpool in possession. I'm just trying to see, what have Liverpool done? It looks as if Gomez has gone to right back, and I think they've pushed Bradley into midfield in the inverted midfield role, where they've been playing Trent. So they've changed the dynamics. The problem for Liverpool, you look on their bench, wholly per young players. Adrian, who's a goalkeeper, and Simicas. Almost every final is a snore fest. It is, isn't it? It is. It's annoying. Lille beat PSG for the title in Poch's first year. Wow, yeah, I remember that. Is Luis Diaz heavy touch? Chelsea, that is great football. They're growing into the game, Chelsea. Gallagher. Palmer wins a throw-in for Chelsea. We got Jorginho instead of Caicedo. That's a good... You know what? I hear you on that. Imagine if we'd have got Caicedo and Declan Rice. That would have been good. That's a good point, yeah. But the thing is, I just always had this impression that if Arsenal would have got Caicedo in January, bear in mind that we would have paid 70, 80 million for him. I'm not sure if we would have signed Declan Rice as well for 100 million. I think it was one or the other, actually. I just think it was a different time. So I think we would have only signed one of them. Wolves, have they won that game? I know Wolves are winning 1-0 against Sheffield United. I don't know how that's finished. Yeah, 1-0 to Wolves full time. Doing a good job, Gary O'Neill. I would say, honestly, Gary O'Neill should be up for manager of the season. Genuinely. He gets sacked from Bournemouth. Gets the... Oh, here's Nicholas Jackson. Could be in. Konate's on the recovery. Raheem Sterling gives Chelsea the lead in the Carabao Cup final. But he's offside. The flag goes up. I wondered why the celebrations were so muted. Raheem Sterling at the back post. Should Jackson have gone by himself, or was Jackson offside in the first place? Jackson's onside. Cole Palmer lays it into Action Jackson. He's onside. So maybe it might count. This counts. This is going to be given. This is onside in my opinion. Oh, the right knee. Listen, I'm going to be honest. That looks onside to me. I don't know about anybody else. Tell me. To me, that is onside. I don't understand why they use this angle. I don't understand it. Why can't you get an angle that's directly at the side? You're looking from some mad angle. To me, I'm sorry, I don't know what anyone else thinks. I think that's onside. I don't see how that's offside. That's a goal. They're saying Jackson's right knee. To me, that is a goal, mate. That is 1-0 Raheem Sterling. I don't see how that is offside. They better draw the lines. I want this goal to be given just for vibes. I'm sick of watching 0-0s in finals. That's got to be a goal. I don't see how that is offside. Yeah, they're going to use VAR now, but this is why Klopp's going to go crazy. Because they should have been down to 10 men. Look at the state of VAR. They ain't got a clue, have they? Look, it's a goal. Offside. Wow. What's offside? Wow. I can't believe that. I'm genuinely shocked. You know what? I don't think I understand football anymore. Honestly, I don't know that. I don't get this game that I'm watching. That looks onside. I don't get that. I have no idea the game I am watching. I don't understand this game anymore. His shoulder, like what are we doing? What are we doing here, people, in football? I don't get it. I think the game's gone. I know I'm going to sound like an old man. And, you know, I probably do sound like an old man saying it. I think this game is gone at the moment, football. Honestly, I think they've ruined football with VAR and their inability to use it. Like, the whole point, like, over the years, the thing was said that you would always be in favour of the attacker. We're going to use a ruling, you know, so we get more goals. If you're giving that offside, what's he? How much offside is he? 1 millimetre? Like, come on. I'm not saying I want Chelsea to score, but I want goals. I want an enjoyable game. What would Dyche? Listen, mate, give him offside for that, mate. I'd have him in a headlock. You know, I wish Calvert-Lewin even scored offside goals, but he's out injured at the moment with a broken eyelash. He's out for 6 months. But yeah, we eat bricks, we eat wood, we eat concrete. Here come Liverpool. Gakpo should have passed it. Where you going? Diaz was on the overlap. Some of the decision making has been poor. Very poor. But yeah, the game's gone. The game is a mess. Because the problem you've got now in football is there's no consistency. You brought VAR in to make major decisions that referees miss. And I agree with that. There's no problem. Make the major decisions. Caicedo has stuttered Gravenberch on his ankle, got taken off on a stretcher. The referee hasn't given it as any sort of card, and you've got VAR there in the background. Why are VAR not intervening and say, ref, you need to go and have a look at this? He stuttered him on his ankle. He's come off the pitch stretchered off. And you guys can't even check the decision. It's pathetic. No wonder Klopp's going mad, grinding his teeth. And then you get a goal like that. I don't want to see goals like that given offside in football. I don't. It's so close that I don't want to see that goal disallowed. You know, I think it's stupid, but, you know, it is what it is. They are where they are with it. VAR in this country is an absolute shambles. They need to bring that semi-automated offside thing into the game. I've got no idea. It's stupid. The Premier League clubs refused semi-automated VAR offside decisions, yet it worked perfectly in the World Cup. Why would you say no to technology? Now, my opinion, I'm sorry, and listen, I'm saying it as it is. I believe, and I've said it before, and, you know, Chelsea could be in. Gallagher pulls it back. Great tackle. I believe that there is corruption. I'm sorry. Not everyone will agree. Some people will think you're going over the top. If you can have technology that works so well, it's basically automatic. You get the decision right and it's quick. Why would you say no to that? To me, the only way you say no to that is if you don't actually want all the decisions to be right. You want, you know, you might know I've got that linesman in my back pocket. I don't want semi-automated. You know, he'll give us the decision. It's stupid. So like some people are saying, maybe they don't want the linesman to look stupid. You know, maybe they don't want to make each other look wrong, which I think a lot of the time is what they do. But hey, I know I'm going on one here, but I just think it's pathetic. Some of the decisions are so bad. Shouldn't be about a player's arm being in motion and a run for an offside position, feet or torso only. Why should a part of your body be given as offside if you can't score a goal with that part of your body legally? I can't punch the ball into the net. So my arm, in my opinion, should have no bearing on whether I'm onside or not. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I do not know. It's used in Syria. It's better than this rubbish that we're watching. It's pathetic. Richest league in the world. It takes you 3 minutes to give an offside that doesn't even look offside. We don't hear any of the conversation. And you're looking at it from a crazy angle. Like, I don't know. I agree, skullduggery and cloak and daggers in the shot. I'm telling you, bro, they don't want it. They don't want it. Big C out of curiosity, do you rate Poch? He's all right. He's all right. He's not a top-level manager. he's not top level. I think he's a good coach. I think he can improve young players. But I've never really understood the big hype around him. You know, he gets linked with big jobs constantly, and I'm like, why? He's not. I wouldn't say he's not a world-class manager. He's not a bad manager. He's middle of the road. He's a good manager. He's not a great manager. What has he really done amazing? He created a good team set up at Southampton, which I rated. He got the Spurs job. He created an exciting brand of football at Tottenham, but he didn't win anything. Went to PSG, didn't pull up any trees there. Won the league once, I think, and they got rid of him. Did nothing that any of us couldn't have done. And what's he really done at Chelsea? They're mid-table with £1 billion spent. So I don't see the hype. Header! Oh, off the post for Liverpool! Cody Gakpo hits the post. Great ball in by Robertson. I think Gakpo should have scored. I think he should have scored that. Caicedo does well. Outmuscles McAllister. Wow. Cody Gakpo should have scored that. I'm with you. I'd take Mancini over Poch. Ball out wide. McAllister finds Diaz. Lays it off to Robertson. It's a peach of a ball. I mean, he's unlucky. He's leaning back slightly. He guides it towards the corner. Hits the post. We need a couple goals in this game, man. We need goals. Highbury Zocal Badger, they say no to Tep because they're 100% corrupt. I'm telling you, I just don't buy into it. Why would they say no to it? Gakpo gets clattered there. I'm really not sure about Gakpo at Liverpool, you know. He's just one of them players. When I watch him, I feel underwhelmed by him. Jackson gets the wrong side of Kanate, but Kanate too strong for him. Gakpo, for me, has not really done enough at Liverpool. You know, as much as we criticise Darwin Núñez for his missed chances, I'd take Núñez over Gakpo any day of the week. Keeper had no chance. Look at Colwill there. It's terrible defending. You're just standing behind him, watching him head the ball. He didn't even challenge. What if the decision goes towards Arsenal? No, then I wouldn't complain. I'd say brilliant. Hey, listen, let's keep it 100. If a bad refereeing decision goes in favour of your football club, you are not going to complain about it. That is the game. People will say, oh, you're a flip-flop, you're shameless. That's the reality. That's football. You give a dodgy penalty for Arsenal, I'm celebrating it. Well done, ref. You give it against Arsenal, corruption, you're a cheat, you're a disgrace, PGMOL. That's the game, people. That's the reality. 1,400 plus for a neutral watch-along. That'll do, see. That'll do. Listen, amazing. I think now, back end of the season, where we're going to get towards, you know, the run-in and the knockout games, Champions League, I think we'll step it up a little bit and start doing more watch-alongs, neutral games as well, because I haven't done many for a while. I think now we're going to get some big games in the Champions League and in the Prem. We'll start doing them as well. Elite level shamelessness, Sam. You know how it goes. Here's Luis Diaz up against Gusto. Oh, he should have rolled it there, man. Oh, chance. Poor pass again. You know what? Gusto is doing a very good job here against Diaz. Diaz doesn't seem to be able to get past him easily at all. Lawrence, how's Caicedo not been booked? Booked, bro. He should have been sent off. He should be in the changing room. Make sure you smash the likes. Listen, 1,000 likes would be great, people. I know we go for 4,000 for Arsenal games. If we can get 1,000 likes, would be brilliant. People saying Colwell will be the next Saliba. Not a chance, mate. Nowhere near. Nowhere near. Sterling up against Gomez. Always interesting that. Remember when they had a little fight on international duty, although they did make up apparently, but I wonder if there's still a bit of tension there. We're gonna do the show midweek. We're gonna do it today. We're both quite busy today. Obviously, no Arsenal game next week until the following Monday, so it'll be midweek. We'll try and get it done Tuesday or Wednesday, hopefully. Definitely get that done. Lots to talk about. Obviously, the Porto game, the Newcastle game, the injuries and players coming back from injury and so on and so forth. PS5 giveaway. I mean, if someone from the community wants to give one away, by all means. Nah, listen, listen, you know me, I'll drop giveaways on the channel. We'll do a big one maybe when we get to 100k or 80k, 90k, something like that. Chelsea, Gusto. Oh, what a tackle, Virgil van Dijk. Here come Liverpool. Diaz. Gusto is out of position now, and he skips Enzo Fernandez. He's done him easily here. 2v1. Elliott's on the overlap. Disassi. Diaz finds Elliott. Rolls it in. Here's Diaz. Should be a goal for Liverpool. What a block. Amazing block. Chelsea managed to block. Liverpool should have scored. Liverpool should have scored there. Still have the ball. Diaz up against Gusto. Oh, he tries to do a flip-flap, but the other way. Loses it, goes out for a throw. Really don't know how it's 0-0. Don't know how. Liverpool should have scored. Great defending by Chelsea there, though. I read that one, Wasim. Daichi's thoughts on VAR. Big up, bro. Cole said, I wish offsides was the entire body part past the last defender. Big up, Cole. I agree. Kamal said that the clubs voted no automated VAR. It's on them too. Ridiculous decision. Hopefully they change their mind next season because this is embarrassing. Big up Kamal as well with the super chat. S. Ronnie, remember the legendary dot along? You still have your membership to that other club. Do you know what's crazy, S. Ronnie, right? I cancelled the membership. AFC Wimbledon, £10 a month. But they still send me updates. So I still get like emails from them saying like, oh, Wimbledon got a great win yesterday against, I don't know, Leyton Orient. I'm like, bro, I'm not bothered. And I unsubscribed and they still send them. So I don't know. Maybe I have to support AFC Wimbledon. 6 minutes added on. How did they not score? Elliott rolled it across. Diaz gives it to Bradley. I think the shot is too soft. I mean, why does... You've got to smash it, bro. It's a cup final. That's a poor finish. That is a poor finish. Side foot gets blocked. There's another defender even behind him. Here is... Even that's a poor pass. Overhit to Diaz. Diaz up against Palmer. Can we get a goal before half-time? We're a minute into 6 minutes added on. Endo finds Luis Diaz. Diaz had a lot of the ball in this game. Seems to get more of his joy when they're in a 2v1 situation. It's not easy for him to get past Gusto, who's actually having a decent game. I'm their only fan. I don't know what the hell's going on. Bradley should have smashed that. Listen, Trent, if that goes to Trent, he drills that. Oh, here we go. It's getting a bit feisty. Bradley and Chilwell, shirt grabbing, a bit of pushing. Fight, 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 fight. I'm here for it. Ain't a cup final if there ain't a little scrap. That's what I'm here for. Don't go anywhere. Elwood said, can you give a shout out to my boy Jake? Big up Elwood and Jake. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate it. Salah would score that. Trent would score that as well. Shaquille said, we need a Man City Man U watch along. I have a feeling that game might be worth the watch. Man City are not the same team. Ref gives yellow cards out. When is City Man United? Is that Saturday or Sunday? Let's have a look. It is. It looks like it's on Sunday. 3:30. Manchester Derby. I might do that. When do Arsenal play? Arsenal play on the Monday. Yeah, that would make sense. Manchester Derby. I won't get my hopes up after watching Man United lose to Fulham, but I'd like to see Man United get, obviously get a win over Man City, but I don't see it happening. I think Bradley and Chilwell got a yellow card there. Yeah, we play Sheffield United a week on Monday, which is a bit annoying, really, because, you know, it's a long wait without a game. Caicedo flicks the ball out wide with 3 minutes into time added on, 6 minutes added on. It's been for a 0-0, it's been a good game. I'm really surprised we haven't seen a goal. Sterling had a chance. Palmer missed a sitter, really, after the Sterling failed to control the ball well. Klopp is absolutely fuming. For anyone just tuned in, Ryan Gravenberch stretchered off with an ankle injury. Well, I was going to say horrendous, but it might be. Terrible tackle by Caicedo. Studs him on his ankle. In the modern game, it should be a red card. Gakpo has been awful in this first half. Even there, loses the ball. He's been terrible. His inability to look after the ball, just not good enough. Jackson gets dealt with by Van Dijk. Jackson's done nothing in this game. He's getting no change out of Konate and Virgil. Here's Luis Diaz, who's had a lot of the ball. LSU, Sunday 10th of March, Liverpool v City. We play on the 9th. Listen, I got no doubt I have to do that. Have to do that, man. City Liverpool will be huge. E-Ross, still can't believe I spent $600 to watch Eddie get a hat-trick. It's probably a once-in-a-lifetime moment. It's probably a bargain. Never seen again. Here's Luis Diaz. 2 minutes to half-time. I don't rank Gakpo. I don't think he's the one at all. I think Nunes and Jota are better than Cody Gakpo. I don't see it. Lawrence said, I've clocked it. Maybe good if City beat Liverpool, because we can defo beat City and then we'll be top. Be interesting. It's at Anfield, isn't it? They haven't got a great record at Anfield, so we'll see. A draw maybe, but yeah, I was saying this. Who would we rather would win that game? You know, do you want City to win or do we want Liverpool to win when they play each other? Definitely an interesting one. Minute till half time. Minute until half time, people. Here's Andy Robertson. Wins. Oh, no, he doesn't win a throw. Palmer keeps it in. Gusto goes back to Petrovic. Gakpo, Kai Havertz. I mean, I don't know what Gakpo's stats are. I'm going to be honest. I don't watch him that much, but a lot of the time when I watch him, I'm just so underwhelmed by him. Look at Caicedo again, fouling. Dirty player, man. What's Gakpo got this year? He's only got 5 goals, 3 assists, I think. I think Havertz has got 6. So Havertz got 1 more goal in him. But I don't know. He's got talent, Gakpo. I'm just not sure. Is he a winger? Is he a striker? Does he actually suit Liverpool? I don't know. Here's Luis Diaz up against Gusto. Palmer helps him out. Andy Robertson. Minute before half-time. Whips it in back post. Great touch by Bradley up against Chilwell. Drills it across. Colwell clears it. Half-time whistle goes. 0-0 in the cup final. I mean, for a 0-0... it hasn't actually been a bad game. We should have definitely seen a couple of goals in that first half. Sterling had a poor first touch. He should have done better. It then fell to Cole Palmer. Palmer, even though I think it's a fantastic save from Kelleher, I think that he should have scored it, Palmer. And then the second chance was Gakpo's header that hit the post. Great ball in by Robertson. Bit unlucky with that one. And then obviously there was a chance there at the end for Bradley. Should have just put his laces through the ball. Tries to side foot it and guide it. Doesn't get enough power on the ball. And it's blocked off the line. Big up to everyone locked in. Hope you're all having a great Sunday. I'll be back on tomorrow 2 p.m. for the Arsenal Roundup show. Obviously... Arsenal don't play for 8 days, which is a little bit annoying. You just want to stay in that rhythm and routine and keep playing. And we're already on 600 likes. Let's get to 1,000 likes, people. Hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. And listen, most cup finals are cagey. You see a lot of them, they go to extra time, penalties, not often many goals. There was a goal disallowed, Raheem Sterling. I mean, I haven't seen many replays of it. I may be wrong, but for me, that goal looks onside. You're giving him offside because his shoulders. I just think he should have been a goal, but, it is what it is. Very interesting today, by the way. And I know I've joked about this before. But Ross Barkley being linked with a move to Manchester United, which is crazy. I said before, and I've said this again, Ross Barkley, for me, should have been a superstar. And I had a friend who worked at Everton. He was a coach. And he ended up working at Liverpool, actually. But he said Ross Barkley was one of the best players he'd ever seen in terms of natural ability. 6 foot tall, left foot, right foot, can pass, can shoot, can dribble. He had the lot. Didn't have the career. The Chelsea move was terrible. He ends up in France. He's out of contract in the summer. Man United being linked with a free transfer for him. That would be interesting to see if he has that ability to go back up a level. I'm going to be honest. As a squad player, I'd take him over El Neni. At Man United, he'd be better than... He's a better footballer than Scott McTominay. He's better than Eriksen. Eriksen, to me, is absolutely washed at Man United. So, but listen, like RSPB says, Man United at the moment is not a good place to be, man. It's how many attacking players thrive at Man United? Rashford has gone downhill after last season. Anthony's been an absolute nightmare. Martial's career's gone down the toilet. Sancho's career at United's all over the place. Greenwood, I mean, he caused his own problems. Højlund's doing okay, but not ripping up any trees. Who's the last attacking player that actually thrived at Manchester United? Probably Cristiano Ronaldo. I think he scored 19 goals that season. And they binned him. So, maybe Ross Barkley wouldn't want to go to Man United. But listen, the reality is, if you're at Luton and Man United come in for you, he would leave. It's a last opportunity probably to, in his mind, go back to the top level and maybe play in Europe. And obviously Luton, depends if they stay up, whether they're still in the Premier League or they're in the Championship. Better than Fabio? Well, listen, he's been great this season for them, Ross Barkley. African Giant said, I don't know why I bother watching us against Liverpool, shaking my head. I got to be honest, though, bro, and I know we all kind of call Liverpool. You're obviously unhappy about the offside goal, I get it. But Caicedo's a red card in the modern game. If you send the referee over to the screen and you pause that challenge, he's sent off. It's a red. So maybe you could argue that you should be 1-0 up, but you should be down to 10 men. And the red card was before the offside. So maybe you don't even get that offside opportunity. So I think in this case, you're actually probably the luckier team, because to go down to 10 men in a cup final against Liverpool, I doubt very much you would have won it. So, but big up to you, bro. Vegas Gunner, big up yourself. Curtis, if or when Arteta leaves, do you trust Edu to hire a proven winner? There would be good choices available, but he'd hire a project manager like Silva from Fulham, Portuguese-speaking tax. Listen, the reality is every manager at every club's going to leave eventually. I'm not being disrespectful towards Arteta when I say this, but when he does eventually leave, I think Arsenal need to get away from the whole project thing, because I feel the whole point of a project is to develop it to a point where you don't need to bring in another project manager. I think the club is established enough now that the next manager can be an established top quality manager who just comes in and, continues with the track that we're on. So, yeah. But, the problem is Edu is very connected to George Mendes and Kia Jarapchin. Would he hire a manager that works for one of those two? So, it's very cliquey in the football world. But big up to Vegas Gunner. Commentators apparently were saying it was a yellow. I don't know about that. If we win, I'm super chatting $50, Big C, said African Giant. Well, Chelsea. Nah, I'm joking. You got more viewers than X today. Big up X, man. Big up X. C Unit, we don't mess around, people. I told people we're a force of nature. We ain't playing. Mr. Cool Bus Driver, Mancini. Mancini's a manager I rate highly. And I know a lot of people have written him off. He's in Saudi at the moment collecting the bag. Let's be real. But he won titles in Italy. He won the Premier League at City. He won the Euros with Italy. He won a trophy in Turkey. I think it was he Galatasaray? He's collecting the bag in Saudi and he plays good football. So, yeah, I would take him. Big up Ash Clifton. He said, "Hi, Curtis. Can me and my son Cruz have a shout out? Loved the live stream last night. Big up. Hey, Cruz, another Cruz there. My son's Cruz. Your son's called Cruz. Big up your damn self. Appreciate you tuning in last night. Saturday night football was great. And we handled business. Abdullah, Curtis, do you think the process has been a success? A new manager will be able to build on it? I said the other day, and we spoke about this. We've made progress. We haven't been successful, is how I would describe it. To me, if you have 4.5 years at Arsenal, you spend 700 million, and you win one FA Cup at Arsenal, if we are the big club we say we are we actually... Is that a success? You know, it's not. It's not. It's progress. You took us from a worse place. Big up my boy Cruz. I'm the real Cruz. Hey, yo, big up Cruz, man. I hope you're well, brother. Cole, I missed your super chat, did I? Where is that? Let me have a look, Cole. I'm sure I just read it out. Miss my striker super chat. Let me have a look, Cole. I don't want to miss super chats. I thought I actually read it out. Oh, there we go. Apologies, bro. It didn't save it. Would you start Havertz, Jesus, or Trossard versus City? The problem is that game is end of March. You've got to go off form, haven't you? You know, if Jesus is back in the team and all of a sudden he gets a hot streak, you go with Jesus. Trossard's playing false nine, banging goals, you go with him. You're playing Havertz. The one thing I will say about Man City, especially away from home, you don't get many chances against them. So when you get the chance, you need to take them. It sounds crazy, but... See, I'm just trying to think. When we beat them, who played up front? I actually can't remember who it was. Jesus played wide. Havertz started against them in the Community Shield and did well, you know. It probably wouldn't be Gabriel Jesus, which is absolutely crazy because he's our main striker. And I'm saying Trossard, who's a winger, and Havertz, who's an attacking midfielder, and not Gabriel Jesus. I probably wouldn't start Jesus up front, which says a lot about the situation we're in. Number one, Trossard, I think, shoots a lot more, plays the width of the area a lot more. And Havertz has that nuisance factor, and he held up the ball very well against, was it Diaz in the Community Shield? He did well in that game. Yeah, I think Eddie started, didn't he? And Jesus was out wide in the league game. Panel saying yellow card for Caicedo, minimum, but I think it could have been a red. Terry said we played some beautiful stuff yesterday. We look more of a threat with Trossard in the team. I thought we were brilliant yesterday. I thought we were absolutely brilliant. And I said that first half for me was one of the best 45 minutes of football this season. It wasn't just because of how we played. It was, number one, the intensity levels I thought were outstanding. Second of all, we had a bad few days. You know, that Porto game was a damaging result for us. You know, it was a game we should have at least drew. Never mind leaving there with a defeat. And like I said, Newcastle didn't play midweek. They'd had a week to recover. We had to fly to Portugal, train the day before, play a difficult game, 94 minutes, lose the game. You find when you lose a game, you lose more energy, you come back, there's question marks. You change the team slightly, Jorginho comes in, man of the match, in my opinion. Havertz goes up front, scores a very good goal, has a good game, you know. Should have scored 2, but gets a goal, gets an assist, does well. So I have to credit Arteta and I have to credit the team. That's what big teams do. You have a problem, you recover from it straight away. You don't dwell on it and, you know, lose 2 or 3 games in a row. We made Newcastle look garbage yesterday. We really did. When he opens it 100k, listen, today is the hope. But, you know, it will happen when it happens. You know, that's it's just one of them, innit? We'll get there. We'll get there when we get there. I'll see you when we get there. We'll get there, man. No worries. We will get there. Oh, dear me. I clicked. I've actually just banned someone by accident. I'm gonna have to go back. I'm gonna have to go into the YouTube comments here. I was trying to click on someone's comment, And I've just banned them. Oh my God. Valeria, is it? I hope I can catch that comment quick. Or I don't know if the mods can go in and do that. I can probably get it, actually. There we go, Valeria. How have I ended up doing that? Valeria, unhide user. Right, oh, there we go. Rescue mission achieved. Right, there we go. I think we're back. There we go, we're back. Valeria, apologies. Anyway, Premier League or Champions League, only one. What you going with? Give me that Champions League. Big up South London's finest, sorted it. Give me the Champions League, man. All day long. I need the star above the badge. I said this before. Champions League all day long over the Premier League. And listen, I think it's great being the kings of your own league and country, but we need the Champions League. We need the Champions League. We need a star above the badge. I would be shameless if we won the champ. Hey, apologies, man. That was poor from me. Accidental ban. I don't know how that happened. It's Sunday. It's been a long week. Let's see this. Big C, if we don't win a trophy this season, Mikel should be on the chopping block, if not gone. We threw away a League Cup that by how we're playing in the two other teams' lineups, we should be winning. I would like to... Because, listen, we're playing well. We're nearly top. We're one goal away from being top scorers in the league. We've got the best defence in the league. I actually don't even want to talk about Arteta in a negative way, despite the fact that I have criticised him a lot over the years. I want him to win a trophy and become a great manager at Arsenal. My thing is always, how much time do you give him? How much time do you give him? Listen, the crazy thing is, Arteta does need to win a trophy, but if we won the League Cup, it's not a massive turnaround. It's just, I think whilst you're trying to win the Premier League and trying to win the Champions League, go and get a Carabao Cup. Go and get an FA Cup. Go and win another FA Cup. And I think winning becomes a habit. I think sometimes, I get it, he's aiming for the top trophies straight away and probably going, I'm not that bothered about the FA Cup and the League Cup. I want the Champions League or the Premier League. But I just think sometimes you have to build on it. Do you know what? I'm going to hold my hands up. I've just watched that offside goal from a different angle. And it looks offside. It actually looks... You see how crazy that is? From that angle, it looks offside. But from the other angle, where they're drawing their lines, it looks onside. So, nah, it actually does look offside. I hadn't seen that angle. He does look off. It's all about the angles, isn't it? So, yeah, fair enough. He's off. He is off, but still. Offsides aren't subjective. Winning means everything. I just think, listen, win trophies, win trophies, win trophies. He will be at the club next season. He will be at the club next season. And if they do keep him, which they will, if they believe he's the man to lead us to the promised land, then you've got to back him again. He needs to spend 220 million, 250 million or whatever and go and buy a striker, maybe a right winger, a couple centre mids, maybe a defender. Listen, second half is about to get underway. Chelsea kick us off. Both teams shooting towards their own fans now. How serious is the Carabao Cup when Liverpool playing half their backups? But Carl, look at their bench. I don't think they have a choice. Half their team's injured. Salah, all these guys, they're injured. Even today, Gravenberch has come off injured. So, disagree with winning the small cups? Listen, fair enough. Football's about opinions. I think whilst you're trying to win them top ones. Oh, Diaz does well. Whips it in. Its block goes out for a corner. I think while you're trying to win them ones, if you can't win them. Listen, last year, imagine we finished second and won the FA Cup at the end of the season. The season would have still had a very positive feeling around it. We finished second and there was fans of other clubs laughing at Arsenal saying you bottled the league, you didn't even win a trophy. You know, so I think sometimes you've got to nick a trophy here and there because your Sakas, your Odegaards, your Salibas, these guys, as good as they are, they haven't won a lot in their career. It would mean a great deal to them. Imagine Saka scoring the winner in a cup final at Wembley. Robertson lifts it in the air, comes out, edge of the box to Bradley. Gets caught, tries to cut back. They keep possession. Shot deflected by Endo. No, it doesn't deflect, but he drags it wide. Big up Fitzjoseph. He said the key thing for me about Havertz are the chances, his misses, as they are striker chances. Getting into the position to score the goal is simply not enough. And I hear you on that. I do hear you. I spoke yesterday about the thing I do like about Havertz. Every time he starts up front, I feel like he gets a clear-cut opportunity. Which is a positive. The negative is how many of those chances does he put away? Reality is he's not a natural striker. And I think goal scoring ability is something that you have naturally and then you build upon it. So he probably will always miss big chances and score chances. So that's why we need a prolific goal scorer, really. If we had the amount of injuries Liverpool had, I wouldn't shut up about it. You're right. You're right. Can you imagine the team we'd have? They've got 6 first-team players potentially out injured. Their goalkeeper, their right back. You would have Trent and Alisson in goal. Szoboszlai would be in midfield instead of Gravenberch. Salah would play. Darwin would play. So that's at least 5. And then you've got Curtis Jones, Jota, Matip, who would maybe be on the bench. Jota might have even started the way he was playing. So at least 5 starting lineup players. So it's always going to be difficult. Jake said, if Havertz gets 11 to 12 goals, it's more than I expected. It's true. It's true. Considering he's played most of his games in attacking midfield, if he hits double figures, stat-wise, it will look decent on paper. We just want more out of the performances. It was better yesterday. We need more. One of my complaints last year is that we were great at times, but too static and predictable. I called for more fluidity. Why can't Saka and Martinelli switch? Yeah, I don't get that. Some games you think, you know what, it's not happening for the wingers, change sides. Saka try and get on the outside. But we never see that, do we? Pink said Havertz yesterday triggered me because he got so many chances, was wasteful. He missed one sitter, you know, and he scored one, and he set one up. Even though Saka made the goal himself, you know, he does get an assist for that. Jackson is down on the floor holding his leg. I want a couple goals, man. Please don't be 0-0. Nobody wants to watch a 0-0 in a cup final, man. Even though penalty shootouts are quite entertaining, we just don't want a 0-0. Throw into Chelsea in their own half. GG said, I want Liverpool to win purely because I can't stand Chelsea. Can you give your dream summer transfer window? Even though it is a bit of a concern with the injuries, I would love... I mean, you're saying dream, so let me go beyond. I would love to see Leroy Sané on the right, Barella in midfield, a top striker. Would I take the gamble on Osimhen or go cheaper and get Tony, who's older? I'm not sure. And then I get another defender in as well. I get Diamande from Sporting Lisbon. Diamande, Barella, Neto, and Tony or Osimhen. I go for that. All right, Kylian Mbappe. Yeah, we're going dream, Kylian Mbappe. Yeah, give me Kylian. If we're dreaming, then Kylian. Chris said, I'm late. Christina Milian was at the Emirates. Yeah, crazy. Absolute madness. 0-0 written all over it, says Gunner 93. I really hope not. Undot said, yesterday was the first time I saw Saka coming to get the ball central. He's normally stuck on the wing. He's got to move, hasn't he? Got to move. Got to move. Another foul there. Chelsea free kick. Sterling and Gomez having a little battle. Goes out for a throw into Liverpool. Curtis knows ball. I'd like to think so. We all like to think we do. You're getting Zubimendi. I'm not sure about him. I haven't watched enough of him, but give me Barella. Give me Barella or give me Fofana. I know there's been talk of Frenkie de Jong leaving Barcelona, although Deco said he's not for sale. He would be good. Here come Liverpool again. Luis Diaz. Game's a bit more hype now because they're both shooting towards their own fans. So when they're going forward now, it's a bit noisier. We've got to get a goal to open this game up. Concern said, gotta get a star above the badge before dreaming about Mbappe. It's true. It's true, you know, you can't really get them man to join you. I know PSG did, but he's a Parisian boy. He supports them. So that's why they got good play by Liverpool. Endo muscles Caicedo to the floor there. And they cheer that. I don't think the Liverpool fans will be big fans of Caicedo, especially when they tried to sign him in the summer. Oh, Sterling nutmegs Bradley there. Ball down the line. Jackson 1v1 with Konate. What's he got? You got to move him. He's done him. He lays it in. It's Gallagher. Should be a goal. Oh, my days. Enzo Fernandez. What are you doing there? Sort your feet out, and it should have been 1-0 again. Liverpool on the break now. Ball over the top. Petrovic connects. How did Chelsea not score there? Oh, I'd love Frankie de Jong at Arsenal. Very good player. Fofana as well, of course. Beast mode. I'd prefer him over Zubimendi. I cannot believe Chelsea didn't score there. I tell you what, Jackson, he did Konate there. I think if it's just a foot race and you run in a straight line, Konate's an absolute animal. You've got to twist and turn him. He's got them long legs. Probably doesn't turn massively sharp. And Jackson did him. I think Gallagher crossed it in. Enzo had the ball back to goal. Palmer was unmarked at the back post. If he rolls it to him, 5-yard pass, clear shot on goal. And it looked, I don't know if he went to backheel it or he just had a heavy touch. It ends up in the goalkeeper's hands. Sterling did a great little nutmeg on Bradley there on the counter-attack. They should have scored. Thuram looked good today. Is he at, which Thuram are we on about? The striker at Inter or the midfielder? Oh, Elliott could have been in there. It's a good block. Both teams are defending well. Here's Marlo Gusto. Does a little Ronaldo chop there. Against Endo. Game's on. It's definitely on now. LSU said, just to be clear, I'm not wanting Zubimendi. My prediction is that's who's coming. Well, it's very simple negotiation, isn't it? Pay the release clause. Sounds like he's willing to leave in the summer. Would you take Douglas Luiz for 50 mil? I've got to be honest. I think Douglas Luiz has improved a lot over the last 12 months. When we were actually trying to sign him, I wasn't particularly convinced by him. The problem you've got now, Melvin, is you're not getting him for 50 million. You know, because he had a year left on his contract when we tried to sign him. I think he signed a 4 or 5 year contract. Already seen reports that Villa ask him for crazy money. Because they're going to go, well, Caicedo cost 115 million after one good year at Brighton. This guy's a Brazilian international at Aston Villa. So that they're going to use those deals as the benchmark now. Declan Rice, Caicedo. You'd probably have to pay 90 million to get Douglas Luiz. So I don't think you'd get him for 50 M's. To be fair, Nelly cut Konate. In fact, he did. Yeah, that run where he had the long strides. He just burned him for pace. Barella or De Jong is needed. I would love Arsenal to sign one of them. De Jong, the only thing with De Jong, I think he's on crazy wages, like 300 grand a week or something, which I couldn't see Arsenal paying that. Here come Liverpool, left-hand side. Andy Robertson finds Luis Diaz. Will we get a goal in normal time? Chelsea win it back. Sterling again. Nutmegs Endo. Chelsea driving forward with gusto into the Liverpool half. It's got support. It doesn't use them. Palmer and Gusto on that right-hand side. Oh, Palmer there with a nice flick. And he gets past Endo easily. Oh, he shoots. He should have passed. Goes out for a goal kick. I don't know who he's moaning at there, Palmer, but he needs to look in the mirror, bro. Chilwell's unmarked at the back post. It's a poor shot as well. Oh, no, I think he's saying to the ref it should have been a corner. Barella's already stated he wants to stay in Italy. Yeah, that's fair enough. Oh, wow, Enzo, what are you doing? This guy's back to goal. He tries to backheel it. He's gone mad. He's gone absolutely crazy. All he's got to do there is control it, set it, and it's a clear opportunity. Clear opportunity. Wish we was in the final. So do I. the thing that's frustrating is I think we'd have beaten both of these teams, especially with these lineups. Liverpool are decimated, and Chelsea are, they're good, but I think our pace up front would have hurt them. So yeah, it's frustrating. Is what it is. Jackson with the flick on there. Finds Caicedo. Liverpool win the ball back. Forced all the way back to Keller. Get the likes up, people. 1,600 of you in the chat. Amazing, amazing support for a neutral watch-along. Incredible numbers. Really appreciate all of you tuning in. Hope you're having a good Sunday. We're on 700 likes. Let's hit 1,000. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. We'll be back on tomorrow, 2 p.m. Arsenal review show and player ratings, press conference reaction, all of that good stuff. And we'll be doing a member stream as well. Liverpool in possession. Harvey Elliott. Problem that Liverpool have got here is that Wembley pitch is a big pitch. And you look at the bench, Tsimikas and Adrian. Adrian's a goalkeeper. They're their only what you would call first-team players on the bench. The rest are all youth team players. Here's Gakpo at the back post. High ball. Looks for Harvey Elliott. Oh, saved by Petrovic. He made a meal out of that. I feel like he could have easily saved that. Palmer tries to pass to Gusto. Goes out for a throw-in. Show with Turkish will be in the week. Hopefully maybe Tuesday, Wednesday. We were going to do today, but it was just a busy day for us both. Chelsea have a lot more options, on the bench to bring on. That was a wild shot there from Luis Diaz. Horrible effort. When you look at Chelsea, they could bring on Nkunku, Mudryk, Madueke, a bit of pace in attack there. I think maybe Nkunku and Mudryk would be players they could bring on. Pat said, big up everyone. I'm working but listening to, I absolutely hate Smelsey. Smash these twits. I get the impression he doesn't want Chelsea to win. Ollie Watkins improved a lot, says Mohamed. He has. And Karas said this game lacks quality. Here come Liverpool. On the attack. Cody Gakpo. Don't force it, mate. It's not on. Here's Robertson. Liverpool moving the ball. Chelsea are pressing. Not making it easy for him. Havertz has scored 2 goals in a row in the league. Yeah, Burnley. Scored against Burnley, didn't he? Burnley and Newcastle. So, Sheffield United away next. You would like to think there would be a lot of goals as well in that game as well. So, maybe he can score 3 in a row. 1 billion spent and no quality. Listen, for $1 billion, that team doesn't reflect what $1 billion should look like. Valeria said, who would you prefer to win? I'm honestly not sure. I thought at the start I wanted Liverpool to beat Chelsea because I'm not a fan of Chelsea, but then people were giving me the mindset, well, you're in a title race with a Liverpool. You don't want them winning a cup and getting a big confidence boost. So I actually don't know. I really don't know who I want to win. I don't know. I don't like Chelsea, though. Ball whipped in by Robertson. It's in the air. Goal! Liverpool take the lead. It is Virgil van Dijk with a colossus header. Andy Robertson whips it in from the free kick. And Virgil van Dijk heads it into the bottom corner. Write him off at your peril. Probably still the best centre-back in the world. What a header. Not a hair out of place. And Virgil van Dijk scores the first goal of the Carabao Cup final. It's Chelsea 0, Liverpool 1. And Virgil, the leader, scores. Big celebration. Big goal. Is he onside? No, he's onside. He bullies Ben Chilwell. You have to ask questions. Why is Ben Chilwell marking Van Dijk? He's pulling his shirt. He can't handle him. Bullet header from Virgil. You do not put Chilwell on him. And it's 1-0 to Liverpool. Now there's a VAR check, which is just crazy, isn't it? Anytime a goal goes in, you can't even, get hyped for it because they'll check it for something. Right, we got a VAR check. I don't know what for. I can't see what it's for because he's not offside. What is the VAR check for? Offside. Well, I don't even. What are they checking here? I don't understand it. I can't even. Let me turn this up. So look, is it Endo blocks Colwill, is it? You can't disallow a goal for that, man. What is this? A non-contact sport? Oh, they've told the ref to go and look at the screen. If this ref disallows this, I think Klopp might bite this referee with them gnashers he's got in his teeth. I'm telling you, in front of the Liverpool fans, I don't understand what's going on. I told you the game's finished. So Endo, do you know what? They're going to disallow it. Because you know what Endo does? Endo is offside and he blocks Levi Colwill from getting back to challenge for the ball. Now, it's ridiculous because I don't think Colwill is going to get to the ball anyway. So that block has no real influence on this ball going in. But Chelsea will argue if he didn't block him, maybe he could have got back and cleared the ball. And I bet this referee disallows this. Football's finished. Football's done, mate. VAR has ruined the game in this country. Absolutely. If this goal doesn't count, mate, the game's over. The game's ruined. You might as well do heads or tails to win a game and not even bother. No goal. VAR is ruining football in this country. Honestly, I might sound like an old man just moaning, but the game's done. VAR is ruining football in this country. I sincerely mean it. This game is finished. If they were doing this to Arsenal, can you imagine? I'd be going absolutely crazy. Oh man, the game's done, man. The game's ridiculous. Chelsea got a lifeline. Endo was offside. He blocks the run of Colwill. He ain't getting that ball. Use your common sense, but they won't. They hate common sense in football. They really do. I don't know what to say now. 0-0. I just want goals in the game. I don't want a boring 0-0. Here's Cole Palmer. Oh, he's twisted and turned him. Drills it across. Liverpool clear it. Chelsea win it back. Game on. Chelsea buying refs. Brown envelopes all over the place, man. I'm telling you, these brown envelopes. It's crazy, man. Yeah, a lot. I'm just trying to see the reactions online. It's pathetic. Brown envelopes galore, mate. Let's be honest. Here come Liverpool. Referee says he won the ball. Caicedo on Gakpo. Yo, Caicedo looked like he gave him a little jab then. I thought he'd give him a jab in the back. Oh, Gomez fouls. Gallagher then lands on him. Ref's losing control. Pens are pre-agreed. I think you're spot on, Cello. They've agreed for entertainment purposes. We're going to go to extra time and penalties to try and hype up the Carabao Cup. That's what I think. It's I can't work it out. I don't care that he's offside. He ain't getting that ball. Colwill doesn't even make a real attempt to get round him. It's like he's like, oh, whatever, you've done me a favour. This happens every day in football and you don't see that disallowed. You know, this VAR is an absolute joke in this country. Honestly, they need to scrap it. They don't know how to use it. If you can't use the technology, go elsewhere, do something else. You know, you can't carry on like this, man. Ruining football in this country. It's hammering down with rain now at Wembley. And Kunku's coming on. Watch Caicedo score the winner, you're right. And you know what? I'm saying it wrong. VAR isn't ruining football in this country. It's the clowns who don't know how to use it. Raheem Sterling gets dragged. Do you know what? I feel like I've never seen Sterling have a good game against Liverpool. You know, since they sold him. Even at City, I thought He just never plays well against them. Sterling gets dragged. Nkunku comes on. Doesn't look particularly happy. And Nkunku's on. We need the officials mic'd up, you're right. I've actually misworded the tweet because I've said VAR is ruining football in this country, but it's actually the people using VAR. It's not the technology. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. And yeah, Sterling's had a poor game. He's had a poor game. Oh, Jackson got the wrong side of Van Dijk there. Linesman says play on. Foul on Gallagher. Ref still says play on. Now he gives Chelsea a free kick. I tell you what, the headlines, the sad thing about this game is that the headline's going to be the referee and VAR officials. Again, you know, a red card that should have been given, a goal that probably should have countered, you know, it's crazy. It is crazy. VAR and blue cards, utter mayhem. It's wild, isn't it? Absolutely wild. But hey, it's I'm glad it isn't happening to Arsenal today. That's all I can say, because I would be having an absolute meltdown in here. I just don't want a 0-0. I just don't want a 0-0. I want somebody to score and, you know, we get something to go off. Terrible advert for football. It is. You're watching the Premier League, you're thinking, what? All that money, all that technology, and this is what they're rustering up for a final with these VAR officials. Free kick to Chelsea. Good cross in position. Gallagher to take it. They've sent the centre-backs forward. Can they get on the end of it? It's a high cross. It's a terrible ball in by Gallagher. Goes all the way to the back post. Ben Chilwell wins a corner. Corner to Chelsea. Liverpool are horrible. What's the problem? Hey, listen. I'm more talking about... I'm not supporting any of these teams. Let me keep it a buck. I'm just saying in general. This is not a good advert. And listen... We felt the force of it at Newcastle away. I'm sure there's other games where, you know, we've had calls go against us, so they need to fix it. Big C now, imagine throwing blue cards in. It would be pathetic. They wouldn't even know what to do with it. In swinging corner for Chelsea. Gallagher, his last cross was awful. This one's better. It's flicked on. Oh, my days. And it was Disassi at the back post. 3 or 4 yards out, it was flicked on. How has he missed that? I mean, the only thing I could say in his defence, you know, it's a bit high. And he's kind of hit it with his thigh. It's gone in the air and the keeper's caught it. It just needs to hit him and just go low and it's in. Should have probably scored, you know. Cliffo said the players and managers need to walk out and protest. Don't turn up to games until this crap is sorted. It's shocking. Claudster said, I don't want Chelsea winning. Solomon said, do you find it hard when you like the player so you want him to win but hate the club? It's crazy, that, isn't it? Good run by... Oh, Gakpo. Terrible. Good run by Luis Diaz. Gakpo has been absolutely awful today. He's been so bad. I'm not convinced by this guy at all, Cody Gakpo. Has he got ability? 100%. But ability only gets you so far. You got to produce something. He just doesn't look a good player in this Liverpool team. I don't know if his confidence is low. I don't know what it is. You know, it just shows, man, Darwin is better than him. Who is that? Bobby Clark coming on. You know what? One thing I really respect about Jurgen Klopp, though, man, this is a cup final. And he's got young, you know, loads of young players on the bench, but a lot of managers wouldn't use them. They would just play it safe, bring on the experienced players. He's bringing on Bobby Clark in a cup final. Lee Clark's son. I used to watch Lee Clark play for Newcastle. This is his son. What a touch by Elliott. Finds Bradley, driving run, poor pass. The lack of squad depth today is hurting Liverpool because they're in a situation now they need to make a couple substitutions and they haven't got the options. What a run by Colwill all the way to the line. Whips in a cross. Chance. Palmer. It's got support. Out wide to Gusto. Here come Chelsea. Drills it low. Poor cross. Van Dijk clears it. Diaz gets the ball on the halfway line, runs 40, 50 yards, gives it to Gakpo, he puts it wide. I'd be fuming. John Layout, you know you're old school, man. Are you serious, Curtis? Lee Clark, Newcastle. This is his son. Bobby Clark, bro. That's how you know you're getting old, when you watched players when you were younger and now their son's playing. You know, what the hell's going on? What happened to Gravenberch? Caicedo wrote him off. Ankle injury. Came off on the stretcher. Chelsea on the attack. Gallagher, that is an awful cross. Absolutely awful. Puts it out for a goal kick. What have we got left? 19 minutes to go. Look at this. Bobby Clark. And look even the way Klopp's embracing him, man. You can tell he's genuinely like excited bringing on young players. Bradley coming off. I think Bradley struggled because in reality he's a natural right back. And what happened, he brought on Gomez for Gravenberch and put Bradley into midfield in that inverted role. He doesn't look as comfortable there. So Clark comes on. I believe he is a midfielder. Big up SC Gooner, he said, late fee just got home. Big up, bro. Appreciate you tuning in. 1,700 of you in the chat. And 52 of you on Twitch as well. Big up. Really appreciate that. Amo said he's 44, feel like 22. Sun's coming on, makes me remember my age. Lawrence says, Wakpo. He's been awful. Mo7, Arteta will never even think or thought it's Project Youth. He doesn't often give him a chance. Here's Harvey Elliott, doesn't get there. Good tackle. Great defending there by Nkunku. Although he's given the ball away. No, Chelsea win it back again. Enzo Fernandez had a very quiet game, and even there he gives the ball away. £100 million player. I've got to be honest. Enzo is another one of them players I thought potential superstar on your hands. When Chelsea got him, he hasn't really shown that. You know, you see moments of brilliance, but he doesn't look great in this Chelsea team. Corner to Liverpool. 17 minutes to go. Will we get a late winner? Listen, when Enzo was going to Chelsea, I was fuming. It's a player I was looking at thinking Arsenal should go for, but Chelsea, yeah, is it World Cup hype? I don't know. He definitely doesn't look as good. Corner to Liverpool. McAllister, it's deep. Konate heads it down. It's bouncing around the area. Chelsea clear it. Can Chelsea hit Liverpool on the break? Good tackle by Gomez. Endo. It's head tennis. Bouncing everywhere. Caicedo. He loses out. Here come Liverpool. Oh, what a tackle that is from Disassi. Great block. Good touch there by Palmer. Oh, my God. He sent Robertson to the cleaners there. Wins a throw-in on the halfway line. Perhaps it's GOAT tax. Listen, you put players around Lionel Messi, all of a sudden, your level goes up, right? You're playing with the GOAT. And then next minute, people pay big money for you. The GOAT ain't with you. You don't look quite the same player, right? Leahy said he's definitely not 120 million. The thing is that Chelsea massively inflated the market that January with some of their deals. Paying 120 or whatever for Enzo and 115 for Caicedo in the summer, 88 for Mudryk. It just bumped the price up of everything around it. Everyone used that as a benchmark to sell their player. League not going to be the same without Klopp. Yeah, he's a big loss. He is a big loss. He's a massive personality. Clauster says, Curtis, big up. I'm going to say something controversial. Escape one, not buying Caicedo. Rice, clean a tackle. Dodged a bullet on Gakpo. Havertz is better. I definitely agree with Rice. I mentioned that earlier. He's a better player. Here's Cole Palmer. Drills it. Go off the post. Conor Gallagher flicked it. It was whipped across by Cole Palmer. Brilliant ball in. Gallagher does the little Carnu flick. Hits the inside of the post. I tell you what, Palmer there has done brilliant. Oh, maybe it wasn't the Carnu flick. I think it's just a side foot. Palmer is twisting up Robertson, by the way. Great ball. He hits the post. How on earth have we not had a goal in this game? Honestly, I don't get it. 15 minutes left of normal time. The game is there to be won. Gallagher hits the post. What a ball in by Palmer. Yeah, it's just a normal side foot. I mean, he'll be disappointed. He's 6, 7 yards out. I know Palmer's got a good bit of pace on the ball. But yeah, you would have thought he could have hit the target there, and he scores probably. Liverpool, listen, Liverpool had a midweek game. They're short of options on the bench. Caicedo getting hunted down there by McAllister. Chelsea have brought on Nkunku for Sterling. Will they? Does he trust the likes of Mudryk and people like that? He doesn't seem to use him much. Most goals this season in all competition between the 76th and 90th minute. Liverpool, the most goals in that last 14 minutes of the game. Good ball out wide. Harvey Elliott. Gomez on the overlap. Decides not to use him. Can he get past Chilwell? Stands up to the back post. Robertson heads it in. No one's there. Diaz holds it. McAllister loses out there to Caicedo. Palmer rolls it down the line. Chelsea on the break. Gallagher's making a good run. What a tackle. Konate there. Takes out Jackson before he gets going. Is Nkunku overrated? Again, I don't know what his best position is. And Chelsea don't seem to help. Attacking players, Conor Gallagher. It's blocked. What a tackle, Virgil van Dijk. Nearly turned him there. Do you still rate Mudryk? He looks like a pace merchant, don't he? Ukrainian Usain Bolt. Ukraine Bolt, I think they call him. Looks like he has very little football intelligence. Chelsea starting to grow into the game a little bit. Surely we get a late winner here. Bit of late controversy. Yeah, it's extra time and penalties. TH, yeah, it does. I think Nkunku's a good player. I've always said, number one, I wouldn't play him up front. I think he's somebody you play just behind the striker. He missed like half the season. He got injured in pre-season. I think it's too early to criticise him that much. Yasin, the red card should have been Caicedo. Don said, Curtis, only good player Chelsea signed was Cole Palmer. It's funny because he's the one that had the least hype about him. He was a young player from Man City. We all knew about him. But he's really thriving at Chelsea. He's giving Robertson a lot of problems today as well. Chelsea win the ball back with Palmer. He's just got that clever Pep Guardiola intelligence about him. Gallagher battling there. Loses the battle to Clark. And Robertson clips it up the line. 12 minutes to go. Liverpool on the attack. Diaz up against Gusto. Look at Gusto's recovery, man. He gets back so quick. Diaz not getting a lot of change out of him. He does manage to hold on to the ball, though. Robertson on the overlap. Diaz finds McAllister. 25 yards out. Elliott finds Joe Gomez. Shoots straight at the goalkeeper. Cole Palmer's dad is mixed race. I know, yeah. Yeah, his dad's from the Caribbean. Cold Palmer. Did I say he's losing the battle to Klopp? I don't know what I are. Forgive me. Palmer got a proper good footballing education with Pep. Yeah, listen, if Pep raises you, likelihood is you're going to have a good career somewhere because, you know, the way he's teaching you, he's going to give you all the, you know, those little tricks, that tactical understanding of the game that a lot of managers wouldn't give you, you know. Clark does well there. Finds Endo. Harvey Elliott. Goes for a long diag, doesn't get enough power on it. Here's a collision. Yeah, McAllister fouls Caicedo there. They're having a real good South American battle there. Afsar said, do you think City will be Premier League champions? I hope not. I really hope not. You know, I really, really hope not. But it's hard not to make them favourites. They won the treble last year. They got the best manager in the world. Got the best, probably, goal scorer. They've got Kevin De Bruyne. They've got the know-how. It's difficult to see them not winning it, but I hope they don't. I really hope we win it. Caicedo getting away with red cards this season is crazy. Not the first incident. The dark arts. He gets away with it somehow. He goes for the long ball over the top to Nkunku. Finds Jackson. That is a terrible first touch. I tell you what, Jackson, he had one good moment where he cut inside and went away from Konate. Apart from that, Konate and Van Dijk have pocketed him. Claude said, sorry, I just heard Ukraine Bolt. You're right, my friend. Ukraine Bolt. Mudryk, 88 million, 81 minutes gone, cup final. Manager doesn't seem to trust him. That's exactly the kind of player you would want to bring on now for his pace. Put him against maybe Joe Gomez. Adam said, you never read my messages. There you go, Adam. There you go. I do sometimes. Diaz rolls it in. Oh, Robertson mishits it. All the way to the back post. Harvey Elliott. Do we get a late winner? Gomez whips it in. Poor cross. Colwell heads it away. Endo's shot is blocked by Gallagher and he goes through Gomez there. Oh, what a tackle, Canate. Tackles flying in. It's a proper cup final, man. Yellow card for Canate. We need our yard man, ESR playing. Samuel said after that Cruz cameo on the channel, we're putting you on the transfer market, Curtis. We want Cruz next season. We're shipping you out to an Everton fan channel. Dyche. Well, you know, if they'll have me over there, then, you know, I'll move aside and Cruz can run this by all means. So, yeah, wheat brick, sweet wood, wheat concrete. Big up Samuel. Big up Cruz. Great intro the other day. LSU said if the City that played Bournemouth yesterday shows up in the next 5, they will be out the title race. I said it. I hear you. Hear you. Oh, Palmer has a bad touch there. Throwing to Liverpool. Listen, they've had Cruz got more talent. I agree. They've got a difficult run coming up. Joel said top 10 Arsenal midfielders of all time. It's a tough one. I mean, you're talking centre midfielders or all-round midfielders. We're talking centre midfielders. I mean, Vieira, Petit, Gilberto, Fabregas, Cazorla. Off the top of my head, can't even think of them anymore. You probably put Declan Rice in there already. Maybe Mesut Ozil, obviously an attacking midfielder. Yeah, I mean, there's a few. Are we going to get a late winner? Here's Cole Palmer. It's got Gallagher on the overlap. Chilwell's free. Are you going to give it him? He does, but the pass isn't where he wanted it. Ray Parler, Liam Brady. Yeah, there's some more. Here is Enzo Fernandez, who, like I said, he's had a very, very quiet game. Caicedo, that's a good ball. Gusto! And Nkunku can't reach it. Wow, back post. Nearly a brilliant goal. Gusto with the first time side foot volley across. Gets it a little bit in front of Nkunku. Like drifts it away from him slightly. And he can't reach it. Do you think the quality in football has drastically dropped? I think the game's changed, hasn't it? Individual quality's been replaced by athleticism and system players, you know? So you don't see as many Neymars, Ronaldinhos, free spirits. It's more system players, you know? And Nkunku is more of a second striker, exactly. You don't want Nkunku up front against big centre-backs. He's a better support striker with somebody leading the line. Konate, good ball into Gakpo. Gakpo has had an absolute stinker of a performance. Can't hold the ball up. His shooting's been all over the place. But saying that, he'll probably go and score the winner now. Diaz drops a shoulder. Oh, it's blocked. Here is Jackson. Chelsea just trying to play counter-attack. They're not. Oh, here we go. Cole Palmer's in some space here. He's got support. If he can pick him out, it's Conor Gallagher to win the cup final. It's saved by Kelleher. Absolutely rubbish. Why is he taking so long to shoot? Palmer rolls it across to Gallagher. Just open your body up. Thierry Henry into the far bottom corner and it's game over. He has a touch. Kelleher comes flying off his goal line. Great goalkeeping. Closes off the angle. He ends up hitting it straight at him. It's poor. Liverpool are tiring. As I said, they've got so many injuries. And he hasn't, you know, got enough substitutes, really, who he can probably bring on at the same time. Awful from Gallagher. Ball over the top. Nicholas Jackson could be in. Konate comes across. Great defending. Here's Gallagher over the bar. He's rubbish. Ponytail merchant. He is pony, that is for sure. And Jackson was onside. What is Gallagher doing? What the hell is that? Jackson does all right in the end to keep it. Sets him edge of the box. Hit the target, mate. What is that? Why is he falling over? Why does he keep falling over when he shoots, honestly? Can't he stand up when he shoots? Every time he shoots, he falls over. Oh my God, Danzy's coming on. Wow. Simicast comes on. Fair play to Jurgen Klopp. He's bringing on teenagers. These men are number 53. Work experience in a cup final. Gakpo's off. He's had an absolute... Look at this. Jayden Danns. I played against his dad, Neil Danns. And now his son's playing in a cup final. What a moment for him. Jayden Danns, 18 years of age. Just turned 18. Yeah, Conor Gallagher. Proper ponytail merchant. The first one's a one-on-one with the goalkeeper. Even the second one, edge of the box, hit the target. Big up Samuel, member. I'm sure you've been a member, then dropped out, but big up yourself. We've got 3 minutes to go of the cup final. Liverpool are down to the bare bones, but I do respect... yeah, I know he did come on against Luton, but a cup final, that's a whole heap of trust. And he might have to take a penalty. That's the other thing. You got to respect Klopp for backing the youngsters. No, I think it's extra time. Imagine if he scored the winner. Be crazy. Would you take Cole Palmer at Arsenal? Yeah, I would. We need another right winger. Imagine him and Saka on the right fighting for that spot. Dan's with the shot. It's saved. He's offside, I think. But fair play. Like the enthusiasm. I just upgraded my membership level. Big up, bro. Yeah, Palmer, great ball. You know the way Palmer plays, it's just got Pep written all over it. The way he picks his passes, the way he dribbles, the weight of pass. You can see he's had that Pep upbringing. Chilwell, that's a good ball down the line to Nkunku. He's got options. Should have rolled it. Oh, it takes too long, man. Poor decision. Poor decision there. What's wrong with Chilwell? What's wrong with Chilwell, man? Why is he trying to bad up the youngsters? And Mudryk is coming on. Ukraine Bolt is on. Who are they taking off? Probably Jackson, maybe. Surely they don't... No, Nkunku came on. Surely they don't take off Palmer. He's been their best attacking player. It looks like they've put the wrong number up. They're having a nightmare. I think that's Jackson coming off. Yeah, Jackson. I mean, he's had a couple of okay moments, but... Yeah, man, Chilwell giving it the big one with the youngsters. Like, relax, bro. You wouldn't do that with Konate and Van Dijk. Will Mudryk get the winner? Great ball, Palmer. I think he can hit it first time. It's coming to him. Just bend it round him. Don't give the defenders the opportunity to block it. Nah, he takes too long. I think he can even take it round him, but maybe he would have got crowded out. He didn't trust Gallagher to make the shot. He hesitated the pass. He probably looked up and thought, what's the point giving it to him? He ain't going to score. Disassi does well there against Danns. That's the thing. He's got that big man strength. Folks like Danns and other kids are on for Liverpool. Ukraine Bolt cannot make it. And then he comes on. Yeah, just on time there, Lay. Just on time. Ukraine Bolt to blouse and skirt. Mudryk against tired legs. He's got to do something. He's absolutely rapid. Enzo has had a poor game as well. He's done nothing. He's done absolutely nothing in this game, Enzo. They must have the most expensive double pivot in the history of football. I genuinely mean it. Caicedo cost 115 million and what was Enzo, 110 or something? You're talking about 225 million in a double pivot. One's putting clumsy tackles in. The other, Enzo's hardly been on the ball. 6 minutes added on. Gomez gives it away. Caicedo looking for Mudryk. He could be in. Oh, it's Gallagher. Now Mudryk. What's he got? It's a great chance. Whips it in. Why are you whacking the ball at him like that? Does this guy not understand football? Just roll it into him. He whacked it at him. Ball just bounced off on Nkunku. Chelsea are a strange team, you know. I really don't understand how they play. Mudryk there whacks the cross in. It bounces off on Nkunku. You know, how's he going to control that? 106 million apparently Enzo was. I don't know what Mudryk was doing there, honestly. Ukraine bolt. What we got? 5 minutes left. I wish it was going straight to penalties, if I'm being honest. The extra time, I would rather not. But give him the ball. This is a chance for Chelsea. Palmer. And Nkunku. What a block. Palmer, great save. Kelleher. Oh, it bounces. Oh, and Nkunku hits it straight at him. It's bouncing around like a pinball. How have Chelsea not scored? It's Cole Palmer. He wins a corner. Absolutely unbelievable. Should have been game over. The ball's like a magnet. And Nkunku, what a block by Konate. Palmer's shot save. Gusto drills it across. And Nkunku 6 yards out. Left foot. Hits it into the floor. Straight into Kelleher's hands. What is going on? They cannot score. On poo-poo. Yo, Dre, relax it up. Nah, that was a terrible finish. Vegas Gunner said, who do you think will be in for Ramsdale? Kelleher looks good. He's probably on low wages. A top 10 club may go for him. Chelsea whipped in. Kelleher does well again. Comes out. Liverpool on the counter-attacks. Luis Diaz. Chelsea got players swarming back, though. Harvey Elliott, left-hand side. Can Liverpool create something? Diaz, corner of the penalty area. Good turn. He's been crowded out quickly. Chelsea have got players around him. He's still got it, though. Oh, good tackle, Caicedo. Will Chelsea go in for Ramsdale? I'd say he's better than Petrovic, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure. He was being linked with Bayern Munich, funnily enough. Maybe he ends up at Newcastle. I know they were looking at him. HR said, which Liverpool players will leave with Klopp? Is this the last good season for Liverpool? I think they're too good to just go down, you know, completely downhill the moment Klopp leaves. I know Van Dijk said something, didn't he, about it could be the end of that chapter. And, oh, Mudryk's on the other side of Gomez. Oh, good defending, Gomez. But I feel like Mudryk could have got that. Enzo, mate, that sums up your game. You've been shocking. Mudryk gets fouled. Free kick to Chelsea. They'll whip this in the area. Taken quickly. Here's Conor Gallagher. Finds Enzo. He'll lose the ball. Told you. Absolute. He's been horrific. Enzo, mate. Enzo's been dreadful. Enzo just looks lazy on the ball. He just gives the ball away. Liverpool in possession. Looks like we're just winding down now for extra time. I think they're a bit shattered. Liverpool will definitely be tired. They're only bringing on youngsters. I don't know how this game's 0-0. We've had 2 goals disallowed. 1 should have been a red card. Can you rip your hoodie just for vibes? No, bro. We're in recession. Kelleher. With Gallagher. Jeez, he nearly got that wrong. Palmer has a bad touch. Come on, come. What's that? What's he giving there? Handball? No, the ref says play on. Don't foul him. Liverpool have the ball. 45 seconds to go before extra time. Mudryk is 72 rated on FIFA with 92 pace. Sounds about right. Caicedo, good ball. Oh, what a turn by Gallagher. Do you know what, man? Konate is already on a yellow card, you know. You could argue that could have been a second yellow. He gets turned by Gallagher there. Pulls him down. It's a great turn. Look at that from Konate. He just pushes him over. And then even there, he doesn't win the ball, man. If he's not on a yellow card there, he gets a yellow card. It's only because the ref don't want to send him off. Listen, one thing I will say without sounding horrible. we're in a title race with Man City and Liverpool. Extra time is going to tire this Liverpool team out more, and they've already lost Gravenberch for injury in this game. So, you know, let's wear them down even more. Chelsea whipped in, terrible cross, full-time whistle goes. We are going to extra time. We are going to go to extra time, people. It's been a poor game. Well, it's been quite an exciting game for a 0-0, but it's been a strange game. You know, it's been a strange one. I wish it went straight to penalties. I feel like extra times are a bit outdated now, because most of the time nobody scores in extra time. Both teams are tired. And it always ends up going to penalties anyway, so yeah, we're heading to extra time, people. Is Salah really injured? Well, he's there. Him, Nunes, and Szoboszlai, they was all ruled out injured. So, listen, Klopp would probably tell you before the game. He wouldn't say this publicly, but with the amount of injuries Liverpool have got, and the fact he's bringing on 18-year-olds, you know, they've done all right at the end of the day. This is. I know Chelsea have got some injuries, but if you compared now how much that Chelsea team and bench cost compared to Liverpool, there'd be no comparison. As I said, Caicedo and Enzo is about 220 million. And then you've got 88 million on Mudryk, so you're already at over 300 million there. You know, and players like Palmer cost 40 mil, Sterling cost 45, Jackson cost about 30, you know, Chilwell cost 50. Sanchez cost 25. Madueke cost 35. That team's worth a fortune. Absolute fortune. So I think they're doing all right. George Guna said, Big C, who wins in a game between this year's Arsenal and last year's? I would have to say this year's, because although saying that, last year's double pivot was Xhaka and Partey. Now you're talking about Rice, maybe with Jorginho. Is that actually better than Xhaka and Partey? I don't know. And last year's had Ramsdale. This year's got David Raya. So maybe Ramsdale's a better shot stopper. Raya's better on the ball. And that's actually a great question, because I'd say last year's Martinelli's better than this year's Martinelli. But this year's Saka's more clutch than last year's. That's actually a great question. And I'd say last year's Odegaard was better. But you've got Declan Rice. And he's been brilliant. Partey and Xhaka was a brick wall. I'm going to go last year. I think last year's Ramsdale shot stopping. I'm going to go last year's. Defence is better. Defence is better this year. It's a hard one, actually, because this year's one is actually scoring loads of goals. So it's hard to say. I would like to think that this year's team would get the better of that team. Keep the ball. The one thing I'll say about last year's, at times, we lacked discipline. We did stupid things in big moments. So, you know, let me big up this year's team. We live in the moment. Let's go with this year's. Last year's team crumbled at the end of the season. So I'm going to go for this year's. Let's back this year's. It's a good question, though. Very good question. This year, in my opinion, Gabriel and... Yeah, I would say Gabriel and Saliba are better this year. Leahy said, I think this year... Yeah, we have Havertz. The Havertz thing was in my head like, yeah, boy, man, Havertz. Do you want a poll? People saying get a poll. Let's get a poll while we wait for this extra time. It's a great question, so I give you some of the credit. Who would win? Who would win in a game? This season's Arsenal or last season's? It's a good question. There's actually a lot to break down about it, because you've got to sort of think which player's playing better this season than last season, or the balance. Defensively, we're very good this year. Snake Eye said, we threw this cup away, and I say, if we were in this game, we beat both these teams. 100%. I said the same thing. This Liverpool team looks shattered. and he's bringing on youngsters. I mean, they actually beat us in the FA Cup doing this as well. But I think we'd have got the better of them. Hitting them on the break, Saka, Martinelli, Declan Rice driving forward, I think we'd have beat them. And Chelsea are playing counter-attacking football. I think we'd have opened them up. I honestly do. Rowan says, Partey and Xhaka is better than Jorginho and Rice. I mean, prime Partey is unbelievable, to be honest. That would be a great battle. Last year's team wouldn't get a sniff at goal. Big up everyone. I can't believe it. We've gone past this 2,000 people tuned in. Honestly, it's unbelievable. For a neutral watch-along, you know, when there's so many other people streaming who are fans of these clubs, it's amazing that so many of you are tuned in. Really appreciate it. We're on 820 likes. Let's get to 1,000 likes. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. And as I said, I am going to start now doing more op-alongs, watching the opposition, because we're getting to crunch time of the season. Big Premier League games, big cup games. So we will start watching. Some of the games of other teams and so on and so forth. You know, obviously Manchester Derby this weekend coming up, or next weekend, sorry, at the Etihad. So that'll be a good game. Hopefully Man United can beat Man City, although I can't see it after they just lost to Fulham at home. And Højlund's out injured for 2 weeks. Marcel's not happy. He's saying, robbed. I get it, bro. I get it. I fully get it. You know, Caicedo should have been sent off, in my opinion. And the Van Dijk goal should have stood. So, listen, I tweeted it. I think the game's a joke when we're disallowing goals like that. Dan the Mac said, big up Big C, got me through the shopping run nicely. Hey, we've all been there, bro. Sunday, got to get a few groceries in for dinner on the Monday as well. Like, it's not easy, is it? But, you know, we get through it. The Oracle said, I just like the video. Big up yourself. Carl said, Havertz is better than Xhaka. He has 1 goal at Leverkusen. I mean, his stats are better, but we're looking at the partnership and the whole system. Is Rice, Havertz, Odegaard better than Xhaka, Partey and Odegaard? That's maybe, but we still need more from Havertz. George Guna it was who asked that question. Great question about which team would win. Here's Harvey Elliott. It's not golden goal either. That's a great ball. Dan's was lurking. Gusto, I don't think he should have let that bounce. He shouldn't. Diaz. That's good. Do you know what? Palmer and Gusto on that right-hand side is definitely got some, like, there's ability there. We play Chelsea in a couple of weeks. We've got to be careful. If, you know, I actually think Kivior's been playing well, but you need to work hard against them two. Gusto is a good right back, 20 years of age. Just made it into the French squad at right back. Probably can push Pavard out, who's not an actual right back. And Palmer is just a bit of a free spirit. So that right-hand side, you have to deal with them. Although here come Liverpool. It's Gomez. Look at the pace of Mudryk there. Ukraine Bolt puts it out for a Liverpool corner. Kivior versus Palmer is a worry. I'm not going to lie. I know Kivior's playing well. Ziggy said when Havertz scores, the joy is immense. Listen, it's... I said it yesterday. I think somehow Havertz is going to end up being liked at Arsenal. I don't know how. I don't know why. Maybe just keep scoring and somehow we end up accepting him and just getting on with it, you know. In-swinging corner for Liverpool. Simicast to take it. It's a high corner. Headed away by Chelsea. Comes to the edge of the box. I kind of feel like once you get to extra time, just give us penalties, you know. 1-0 now. I wanted goals in normal time, but if you're going to drag me through 30 minutes... Oh, it's Dan's! Oh! Tipped over the bar. He nearly scored. Van Dijk nodded it down. Dan's with the header. And Petrovic tips it over. It's not quite in the corner. It's high. It needs to be a bit closer. Van Dijk wins it easily above Gusto. Dan's about 8 yards out. Has to get the power in the header. Yeah, listen, Havertz, you know, he's not where we need him to be as a player yet. But the one positive I can say is improving. I don't think it is golden goal. I will check. I'm pretty sure they got rid of that. Is it golden goal? I don't think it is. I think they play all of extra time. Simicast whips it in. It's too much power on it. Harvey Elliott, lovely ball down the sides. Drilled across. Its block goes out for a throw-in. No, I don't think it is. I think it's just regular. I think it's regular extra time. Yeah, I don't think they do golden goal. How's the game? For a 0-0, it's been exciting. Pink said, I don't have an agenda, but no players frustrated me more than Havertz, especially because of the price. Of course, signing him from Chelsea, paying that much money, it was always going to be, you know, he was always going to have to do a lot to get the fans to really believe in him. And let's face it, he didn't start the season great at all. Here's Luis Diaz. No, I'll be honest, bro. I didn't think it was golden goal, but when people were saying it, they got me thinking it was. Here's Dan's. Roll it, man. Youngsters balling for Liverpool. Oh, spoke too soon. He gives it away. Golden goal would have been exciting. I used to think golden goal was exciting. You know, you score and it's over. So everyone was like kind of desperate to get the goal. Liverpool in possession. 5 minutes in. Yeah, I would rather see a penalty shootout now. Although that's a great ball by Gomez. Heavy touch by Diaz. That's a tired touch. Palmer. Oh, that's a good ball. Edge of the box. Takes too long, man. Oh, that's a foul. Gallagher with a silly challenge there. He said, it's not a foul, man. It is a foul, mate. Let's get to penalties now. We're here now. Just give us penalties. We want the drama. Madueke coming on for Chelsea. Number 11. 23's coming on. And that's Conor Gallagher's last contribution. He's not going to sleep well tonight. Mr. One-on-one. Mr. Good chance from the edge of the box. You know, you miss a chance like that in a big game, that will be playing on your mind. I think he's a Chelsea fan as well, so he will not be happy with that. Should have scored, took too long. Madueke, one thing I will say now is Chelsea got a lot of pace out wide. Madueke and Mudryk and Palmer will probably, I would imagine Palmer's up front now. Maybe Mudryk on one wing, Madueke on the other. So they have got some pace there. Raw Crystal Palace, Neil Dan's, yeah, it's his son. I wish we bought Cole Palmer, says Pink. Yeah, I'd have took him. Do you want Liverpool to win? I'm a little bit stuck. I said that, you know, I don't like Chelsea. I'd rather Liverpool win. But then people were saying you don't want Liverpool to win a trophy and get more confidence. I don't really care. I probably still would rather Chelsea lost because they just wind me up. Kanate whips it in. The keeper collects it. Jay said, let's be real, Havertz is playing well because it's better than crap. He's still not levels. Yeah, the standard was so low on the floor. Anything above that was going to look like an improvement. Poor pass by Palmer. Given away. You do not play the ball across your own area. South London's finally said it was great to see Kevin Campbell tweeting about Arsenal. Big C, he was getting so much love in the comments. Big up Kev, man. I spoke to him the other day as well. He's on the mend. He's nearly back. Liverpool on the ball. This is what I mean. You often get a tired game in extra time. You know, the players are knackered. You're going through the motions. That Wembley pitch is massive as well. Like, it takes it out of you, man. And unless you've got squad depth and you can bring 4 or 5 players off the bench, which Liverpool are desperately short of available players at the moment. As I said, 6 players injured, I think. And another one got injured today. Here's a chance. Luis Diaz. That's a great ball. Harvey Elliott! Oh, side netting. Hits it into the ground with the perm. Should have hit the target. It's a good ball in by Diaz. It's not easy. He's got to open up his body. Volleys it. I mean, nah. It was never hitting the target. Kev's on the mend. He had some health issues. I'm not too sure exactly, but I know it was very serious. But he's on the mend, which is great news. Oh, they're overplaying there. Chelsea, they managed to get away with it. Or have they? Don't foul him, man. Don't foul him. He's going nowhere. Ash said Arsenal have a good record at Wembley. Aye, Champions League finals at Wembley. Imagine Arsenal v Man City Champions League final at Wembley. It would be unbelievable. I actually think we could do them. HR said Poch should be sacked if Chelsea don't win. He's going to be under pressure. B-Dub said at least Liverpool fans let brothers on the train. Well, say no more, bro. Say no more. We need to cook Porto first. Yeah, we're a long way from the final, that's for sure. Liverpool look like they've... I think both teams have run out of steam a little bit here. Would you take Jude Bellingham for Declan Rice and Martin Odegaard? No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't. Not for both of them. Not for both of them. I said I'd take Mbappe for Saka and Martinelli, but I wouldn't take Bellingham for them two. Rice is incredible in this Arsenal team. He's got the perm, man. Big up the perm. Gunnar Ram said, Big C, while I get hope from that Lens performance after losing 2-0, I also remember Villarreal, Olympiacos and Lisbon. Exactly. It's still in the back of our minds that Europe sometimes goes a bit crazy. Yeah, he's fighting back, man. He's getting better. Here's Luis Diaz up against Gusto. These two have had a fantastic battle. Gusto's done really well. Oh, my days. Great defending. Comes out. Shots deflected. Petrovic takes it. I've got to admit, I've been saying how well Gusto's done against Diaz. Diaz has done him the last few times. Palmer wins a free kick there near the halfway line. Liverpool fans screaming, shouting and singing. They've taken over Wembley. All you can hear is that we've conquered all of Europe. That song beaming out. Big C, who is the signing of the season in the Prem, got to be Rice. He's definitely up there, isn't he? Definitely. He's been outstanding for us. I mean, thinking of the other big clubs, what other player has come in and made a huge difference? Madueke gets... Oh, I thought he got fouled. It's a goal kick. I can't think of another player that's gone, especially to one of the big clubs, and made such a big difference. I can't really think. Any big sign? No, I'd say Declan Rice signing the season. I was thinking of the clubs then. United haven't really... No one's gone there. City, no new signings done much. Liverpool, Szoboszlai looked quite good, but he's been injured. I'd say Rice signing the season. Who will replace Klopp? My guess, Thomas Tuchel. I think it'll be Xabi Alonso. He'd be crazy to take the Bayern Munich job. Go to Liverpool. If you win the Bundesliga with Leverkusen, you've completed the German league. You've won the league with a team that wouldn't be expected to win it. Go to Liverpool. He was great as a player there. I think he'll get the job. I wouldn't go anywhere near Thomas Tuchel, to be honest. Sakin said, didn't even know you were on. Yeah, like I said, I'm going to try and get more neutral watch-alongs on. Barkley has had a great season at Luton. He's being linked with Man United today, and I think he's better than McTominay. That's for sure. He's better than Amrabat. What he's been doing, he's been awful. Here's Enzo Fernandez. Finds Nkunku. Chelsea, they've got numbers forward here. The ball's got to be right. Great block, Virgil van Dijk's a poor cross. You've got to avoid Van Dijk and Kanate, haven't you? When you cross the ball, just keep the ball away from them. Because they're just giants. But yeah, we're definitely going to do some more neutral op-alongs, as we call it. 2,000 of you in the chat. Great support. 42 on Twitch. C-Unit Business. Let's go. We are 2 minutes away from half-time in extra time. It's been an absolute snore fest in extra time. The teams just look knackered now. They're struggling to create. It is a corner to Chelsea, though. I thought it went out for a throw. Mudryk to take it. Whips it in. Doesn't beat the first defender. Surprise, surprise. Headed back in. Kanate clears it. Can Liverpool hit Chelsea on the break? Oh, no, they can't. Quality of this game has been quite poor. Can't believe Chelsea sold their best players but kept man like Gallagher. Madueke there on the move. He's done well. Again, Van Dijk blocks it, man. The guy's a monster. Did they... Who would you say sold their best players? I mean, Mount, Havertz, Mendy. I think a lot of the players they sold were not their best. I think the problem is the guys that they've brought are not a particularly big improvement, I think was the problem. Yeah, let me end that poll now. It's been up for a while. Ball whipped in though, and Kunku twisting, turning, gets to the byline, goes out for a corner. Let's end the poll, and the poll is 72% of you say this season's Arsenal would beat last season's Arsenal. 28% say last season. And listen, I don't mind it. I don't mind it. We would like to think that our current team is better than our previous team. It's all about progress, right? So it's not a bad thing. Corner to Chelsea, in swinger. Ben Chilwell, that is a shocking corner. Disassi keeps it in. Gusto, they're going to get forced back here. Disassi twisting and turning. He's done well. The big defender. Enzo Fernandez. That's not a bad ball. Palmer flicks it on. Kelleher collects it. Was Ward-Prowse a big signing for West Ham? I thought he started the season well, but he's faded as the season's gone on. It's Simicast. Liverpool on the break. They're forced back, though. We're at 15 now. Should be half-time. Oh, they've added 1 minute on. United v Forest FA Cup watch-along. I don't know about that one. We'll see. Is that midweek? Ball over the top. Petrovic collects. Let's just get to penalties now, man. Paul said, I don't think Jesus would turn Gabby and Saliba. He'd come off limping. Yeah, I mean, they must be a nightmare to play against. They really must. Good tackle there by the youngster on Enzo. Get up, man. Nothing wrong with you. It's sad, isn't it? You get all the way to a cup final and then often they're boring, 0-0s. You don't get a lot of goals in them. It is frustrating. Madueke, the ball's there. Mudrik's in. He's overhit it. Those fine margins. If Madueke hits that ball properly, Mudrik's one-on-one with the goalkeeper. He overhits it. It's poor. It's a poor pass. Here's Van Dijk. Oh my days, it bounced and it's half-time. Half-time in extra time, people. That was a real boring 15 minutes. I want penalties. I definitely want penalties now. It's weight of pass is everything. It's everything. You can play the right ball. You don't play it with the right weight. It becomes a bad ball. I thought the first 90 minutes was all right. I've got to be honest. There was chances. There was controversy. Raven said, Big C from far away, Havertz, Martinelli and Kivior look alike. You know what, bro? I've never noticed. I've never noticed at all. Surely Chelsea can't lose this Liverpool team. Well, they can, mate, because, look, Liverpool have had a goal disallowed. Should have been a red card to Chelsea. And penalties, you know, Liverpool got a good record in penalty shootouts. Didn't they beat Chelsea twice last year in the cup finals as well? So there's every chance they could lose this Liverpool. Cormac said, Curtis, would you not love to see Chelsea finish without a cup and outside the top six? I would. It'd be funny. You spent $1 billion, you finished 10th, you don't win anything. It's wild. Wimbledon v MK Dons watch along. Oh, my days. You can see now a lot of the players stretching their calves, getting quick massage. All the fatigue, lactic acid in your muscles now, tiredness. And when you keep stopping as well, this is when it all mounts up. I think Liverpool are making a change. Is it Kwanzaa coming on? He's been doing really well. Looks like Konate's coming off. I love the way Klopp plays these young players. He looks genuinely proud when he brings them on. It's good to see. It is good to see, man, these young players getting a chance. I want Liverpool to score in the last minute. Proper heartbreak for Chelsea. Arteta take note, yeah. Klopp is like Wenger that way. Wenger, yeah, he used to love playing youngsters. Would you take Enzo at Arsenal? It'd have to be a cut price deal. What we have to figure out is, was he just great at the World Cup because of Messi and he's actually not that good? Or is he just struggling because Chelsea are not that good, you know, and they don't... What player is thriving at Chelsea apart from Cole Palmer? But yeah, Kwanzaa's on for Konate. The one good thing for Arsenal, like I said, is a lot of fatigue, a lot of tired legs in this Liverpool team now. And obviously, we're in a title race with them. We want them to be tired and have a lot of fixtures and, you know, things like that. So, just looking ahead, do Liverpool play midweek? Liverpool play on the 28th. So, yeah, Liverpool play Southampton in 3 days in the FA Cup. So, I mean, Southampton are a championship team, so I'm sure they'll rotate. But you'll have to play some of these players because they got so many injuries. So, it will take out the legs of Liverpool. And ultimately, we want Liverpool to struggle in the running. That's the aim of the game. They've got Europa League against Sparta Prague. They've got Man City on the 10th of March. So, a fixture congestion for Liverpool would not be a bad thing. How many points do you reckon wins the league this season? It's tough to say. I mean, top of the league is 60 points, 12 games left, possible 36. I think you got to get close to 90 points, probably. 36 points left, so you can get 96 maximum. I think with 12 games left, I think you need to win 10. I think you're going to need 90 points to win the league, around there. Maybe 88, possibly. Might get it for you. 92 to 93, 88 to 92. Yeah, somewhere around there. And the thing is, yeah, that's a great point. Liverpool bringing on youngsters, but the problem is these youngsters might have to take penalties in the shootout. That can work one of two ways. You're a young player, you're kind of fearless, and you just smash it in. Or do the nerves get to you? And, you know, it's, and you miss. Cormac said, would you take this, Curtis? Hear me out. Liverpool win today. City win the Premier League. Arsenal win the Champions League. Every single day of the week, I would take that. Definitely, I would take that. Clip it 88 with goal difference. Maybe. Mudryk with the winner. Yeah, let me concentrate on the game. This game's a snorefest right now. Somebody just got booked. McConnell. 2 minutes in the half. 13 minutes from penalties. 100% I want Champions League, most definitely. We need that Champions League. Did you ever consider coaching? I did, but coaching is very cliquey, man. It's all about who you... And I do know people, but I just can't be bothered with it, to be honest. You have to do a lot of hours. I'd rather, you know, watch Cruz play football, watch Arsenal play than coach, to be honest. Extra time is a waste of time. Just very, very rarely will you watch a final, it goes to extra time and then something big happens like a winner. Like, usually once you get to extra time, it's going to penalties. That's the thing. Ooh, although I say that, Chelsea have a chance. Enzo picked the right ball. Chance, Madueke, roll it. What are you doing? What is he doing? What the hell is that? He's just come on. I can't even give him the excuse of you're tired. Palmer finds Enzo. Here's Mudryk. Where are you going? Ukraine Bolt. He almost ran off the pitch. Did you ever take a penalty in a shootout? Yeah, I always used to take the first penalty. Thing I always used to say, if there's 1 to 5, I take number 1. I don't want that 5th penalty. Give me the first one. What is Madueke doing there, man? I don't understand why he takes so long to pass. I tell you what, man. We got Chelsea in, 2.5 weeks' time. We should be beating them at the Emirates, man. Mudryk whips it in. Headed away at the near post. Mohan said, do you consider yourself a sports commentator? I always like listening to you rather than the match commentators. I appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Did you have a special run-up for penalties? Nothing special, man. I mean, I wasn't doing the Paul Pogba and all them things. Simple run-up and whack it in. You know what I mean? The Chelsea effect on players is mad. They've got just something strange at Chelsea over the last few years that attacking players just don't thrive there. You know, similar things happened at Man United. Abdul said, if a team offered 50 million for Havertz in the summer, would you sell him? I would cash in. Unless something crazy happens between now and the end of May, I'm taking that 50 million. I'm running to the bank. At speed as well, high speed. I'm Usain Bolt into the bank. Mudrick, welcome to Arsenal 2025. We love signing a Chelsea player, don't we? Espada said, how would you feel if we won the Premier League and Champions League double? The celebrations would be going on for months. Chelsea on the ball, Madueke. 10 minutes left. I honestly can't wait for this extra time to finish. Been an absolute snore fest. The 90 minutes was all right. The extra time's been dreadful. Good play there by Gusto. Lovely footwork. He's going to get fouled. You can see it. Wow, maybe he's not. He's done really well there. Madueke, Chelsea got numbers forward here. Come on, you've just come on. You should be driving at people. Pick the pass, bro. Lift your head up. Deflection. Keller drops it. Oh, manages to get the rebound. At speed, bro. Who gave you the assist on your intro? Robbie or Broads? I don't think anyone. The first one. Oh, no. Broads closes the guy down. Blocks it. Ball comes to me. Chop the defender. And then pure whippage into the far top bins. Just whippy days, you know what I mean? And the first one, the second one, the chip was a goal kick. The guy lets it bounce, and then, you know, the keeper thinks he can stand off his line. People saying, was it offside? Not a chance. Not a chance, people. I thought Arsenal fans said they would unlock Havertz. Now they want to sell. Well, we've got to try and unlock him while we're stuck with him, haven't we? You know, and try and get the best out of him. But if the question was, if someone give you 50 million, would you cash in? Here come Liverpool, Harvey Elliott. Great tackle, Chilwell. I actually don't want anybody to score now. Like, you've got to this point, I'd rather watch a penalty shootout. Don't ruin it by scoring a little scruffy tap-in and winning 1-0. Throw into Liverpool right by the corner flag. What we got left here? Another change. Chalobah coming on. I don't know who's... look how high he has his shin pads. Somebody clatters him on their on his shin there. Ben Chilwell comes off. He spent most of the time trying to bully the young players. Big C, best technically gifted player you played against. I mean, I played against a few. Obviously, Edgar Davids. The one that impressed me the most in the game, and I always say it, was a guy called Lee Trundle. Some of you will know him if you're a bit more old school. Some of you won't know him. He used to play for Swansea. The guy was a maverick. I remember watching him play. He was on the other team. He was playing for Bristol City. I remember just thinking, this guy is just unbelievable. I remember he got the ball on the halfway line, chested it, let it bounce and volleyed it from the halfway line. It went just over the bar. And I remember as a young player watching him thinking, I couldn't do that because my manager would have a go at me if I did that. He just didn't care. He was trying to flick the ball over people's head, nutmeg people, all sorts. He was a great player. Honestly, left foot, his touch was magic. Skills galore. He was an absolute baller. I think he did play in most of the leagues, but he was an outrageous player. Forder said, I played against Lee Trundle, was quality. Best and most underrated player I played was Wayne Quinn. Hey, big up, man, big up. He was a baller. Trundle was a joke. Absolute joke of a player. Liverpool on the attack. Ball whipped in. This game's fallen apart now. It's all over the place. Madueke, little nutmeg. Is he going to lift his head or is he going to try and run Van Dijk? Look, that Madueke, man. Oh, my God. His technique looks horrible. Then they're the players that, for me, I'm looking, going, bruv, he's saying make a run. You can't, it don't matter what run you make. You can't get on the end of that pass. You've blasted it past him. Yeah, Letitia, he's like that, innit? Free spirit baller. Vardy was a great player, pace and that, but Trundle on the ball, mate, was a magician. Yeah, that Madueke, man. End product looks awful. It's Diaz up against Caicedo. South America beef. Abdullah said, people on AFTV overrate Havertz. Most man here would sell if they had the chance. Game of opinions, innit? For 50 mil, he'd be gone for me. But he ain't going nowhere, so we have to make it work, you know? Madueke's playing with Timberland boots. We got 6 minutes to go. Just get it over with, please. We need the AFCON ref. Just blow the whistle. Oh, that's a good ball from Elliott. Liverpool on the attack. It's Simicast, whips it in with pace, over hits it. He doesn't have it. He's saved off the line, Dans. Oh my God, Petrovic has saved it on the line. How has Harvey Elliott not scored? What a ball in from Simicast. Should have won it. Gusto's gone to sleep. He's got to score. Oh my God, he's got to score. What a save that is. That's an unbelievable save. Near post, he saves it with his leg. And then it's nearly bundled in by Dan's. Unbelievable. Wow, what a ball from Simicast. I actually thought he overhit it. I thought he overhit the cross, but I didn't see Elliott coming in at the back post. 4.5 minutes away from penalties, people. Yeah, I know. Commentators curse. Smooth one, Jay. Enzo Fernandez finds Chalobah. I mean, with the players on the pitch, I'm trying to think who would the penalty takers be for the teams. I would imagine Diaz, Elliott, maybe Endo just for experience. With Chelsea, yeah, Van Dijk's good at penalties. Oh, chance. Palmer shoots straight at the keeper. Everyone's just shooting straight at the keeper, man. Tom said for 12 mil, Havertz would be gone. Here's Kelleher. Still playing out from the back with confidence. Here's Virgil van Dijk. Make sure you smash the like button, people, and subscribe. Big up, Niall. We're flying here. 2,100 of you tuned in. Unbelievable. Absolutely incredible for a neutral game. We'll be doing more of them going forward. We're nearly at 1,000 likes. We're at 985 likes. Let's get that to 1,000 before penalties. Surely 15 of you can hit that like button and we're there, people. Curtis was Davids at Barnet. He was player manager. Shot there. Goes over the bar by Clark. Is that a corner? Was it deflected? Dre said, Big C just watched clips of Trundle. Oh my days, he is ridiculous. Crazy, bro. Absolutely mad. He was just doing his own thing. Do a Scottish accent. You want Scotland? I'll give you Scotland. Your Rangers or Celtic? Let me know, people. Let me know. That's got to be prime Glaswegian, surely. Somewhere in Glasgow. I don't know, on the outskirts maybe. Here we go. Corner to Liverpool. Their fans got their head in their hands. Simicast to take it. In-swinger looking like Central C. He's going to whip it in. It is whipped in. It's flicked out left wide. And it is Virgil van Dijk. And this time it does count. Chelsea fans are in the mud. Oh my God, what happened to Virgil? Potentially the best centre-back in the world. And the game is over for Chelsea. £1 billion down the drain. Simicast playing like he's in Timberland boots. Chelsea are in the mud. And Virgil van Dijk gets the goal that they tried to steal away from him. We will not get penalties, but Chelsea are finished. Van Dijk, bullet header. Chelsea are done. 1 billion down the drain. And there we go, Jurgen Klopp. Looks like he is heading towards a trophy. And I'll be honest, now they've scored, I'm glad that Chelsea are losing. Like, just let Chelsea sink, man. Leave them. Leave them to sink. 1-0 to Liverpool. Virgil van Dijk. Great corner. What a ball in from Simicast, a.k.a. Sench. Great header, Virgil. Gets across at the near post. Look at the movement. Disassi can't keep up. Mudryk don't know. What a header. Great goal. Absolutely brilliant. People saying Van Dijk looks like The Rock with a ponytail. Chelsea in the Mudrick. Van Dijk celebration. And Chelsea are finished. Look at Jurgen Klopp, man. He ain't leaving the league without some trophies. I'm happy, man. I'd rather Chelsea get beat, I'm telling you. Oh, maybe not. Here's a chance, Madueke. I told you this guy has 0 techers. His technique is horrific. His technique is awful. I don't understand. How are you signing players like that? Chelsea tears. We love to see it. See, only Arsenal win trophies in London. Kyle and Jorginho laughing from home. If you hate Tottenham, stand up. We have to stand up, right? We have to stand up. Chelsea on the attack. Will Poch get the sack? You can't be 10th in the league, lose a cup final. Billions spent. 3 minutes added on. 3 minutes added on. I don't know where they found them 3 minutes from. Look at Klopp, he's fuming. Absolutely fuming. First half of extra time, they added on 1 minute. They've added on 3 minutes. I mean, look at the Liverpool fans, man. Smoke bombs going off. The Scousers are absolutely loving life. Chelsea are finished. Bowley, stay forever. Imagine coming into a club that had won the Champions League not so long ago. 2017, I think they won the Prem. And you put $1 billion into that team and you make them worse. You absolutely make them worse. Brookside FC, man. Jimmy Corkill, Simbad. Look at Jurgen Klopp. Minute gone. 2 minutes left of extra time. Chelsea push everyone forward. Clipped long. Tactics out the window now. Just get it in there. Gusto whips it in. It's a good ball in. Headed away. And Liverpool get it. Elliott. Liverpool on the break. Could be 3 against 3. Does he head to the corner or does he go for it? They're going for it. Oh, that's a dirty foul from Palmer. And he gets a yellow card. And they will run down the clock. 90 seconds to go. Matisse must be having meltdowns. I don't know many Chelsea fans actually to take the mick out of. Poch is finished. London is red. It always will be, people. Caicedo, you £115 million flop. You should have signed for the big club. You and your 10 brothers and sisters. We would have looked after you here. But you signed for that plastic team. And that's what you get. You ain't winning trophies. I'm glad Liverpool are beating them. Heritage. Liverpool keep the ball. Van Dijk lets the ball run. They're going to retake it. There's a minute to go. They are finito, my friend. Poch tax, mate. Poch tax. Poch bringing that Spurs bottle energy with him. Losing to Liverpool Academy, bro. They got youngsters on the pitch. A whole heap of them as well. I'm glad Liverpool are winning. Bon Chelsea, man. London is red. Chelsea on the attack. It's up in the air. I won't tweet that in case they equalise. Full-time whistle goes! Poch's blown it. He's lost again. Typical Tottenham. Brings it to Chelsea. And Jurgen Klopp, on his way out of English football, has won the Carabao Cup. I'm glad they've won. Bon Chelsea, man. Liverpool Academy 1. Chelsea 0. London is red, my friend. London is red. You know what I mean? It always will be. Great goal by Van Dijk. And he deserves that, I got to be honest, because he had a goal disallowed that should have counted. So he's and listen, the crazy thing is Liverpool are going for 4 trophies. Carabao Cup in the bag. Europa League, they're favourites to win it, along with Leverkusen. I think Liverpool are the favourites. Top of the Premier League, and they're still in the FA Cup, man. How many trophies is this guy going to leave with? Absolutely crazy. London forever red. Come on, man. Let them know, bro. Let them know. Van Dijk, man. I know a lot of people. This is why I don't get carried away. I love Saliba, right? And he's having an amazing season. This guy, Virgil, man. Clutch moments. He's been in Champions League finals and shut down, you know, big players and scored in finals and had them great moments. That's what you need to be considered the top, you know. Liverpool reserves cooked them. Yeah, Keller had a great game. Hope School Fuggery does his thing with Matisse. Listen, people, I am out of here. Thank you very much for tuning in. Absolutely brilliant watch along. And then give us the final word, Mr. Jason Tatum. Well, here we go. Get the Arsenal badge on. Dressing gown settings. What are you saying? Chelsea in the mud?
Yep, Chelsea in the mud.
Billions spent?
Yep.
I got one question for you. What colour is London?
Red.
Always, bro. Always.
Come on.
Point the other side. That side, bro. Let them know, you know. Big up, bro. I'll see you next time. You're going to do another intro.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get you on. They were saying, at the start when I was late, they were saying I should resign and let you run the channel.
Yeah, man, I should.
I'll step aside. You can run it if you want.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
I will.
Big up, bro.
Chelsea in the mud.
Chelsea in the mud, people. Liverpool win the Carabao Cup. I'll be back at 2 p.m. tomorrow for Arsenal review. London is red, people. Bless.